Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eunice Cardinals Field as the Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Jowell Panthers tonight in the first game or the second game of this season. It was an interesting game last Saturday as we were up at Hagerman. I'm lucky enough this evening to do the broadcast here with Jimmy Jones, who brings us a lot of ancient knowledge. That's not to say that he's old; he just knows a lot of things. He's a little old too, but welcome to the broadcast tonight.
Well, thank you, Steve. I'm excited. We've had some technical difficulties here again, but we think we've kind of halfway ironed some things out, and we're going to try to get up and running. I've got people in the booth asking me questions here. We are up and running here, and so we're excited. Jowell is getting ready to face the Eunice Cardinals here, who have won, I believe, 13 in a row at this point. And so Eunice has won the last 13 games in this rivalry.
Well, I mean, it's great. I mean, when you have a three-time defending state champion, they didn't, what did you say, they lost one game in the last 3 years? Jimmy?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The booth next door is pounding on the window asking me for rosters and whatnot, so I'm trying to show them rosters. So I believe the last 6 games, Eunice has won by an average of about 40 points. So it's been, of late, it's been strong in Eunice's favor, but we weren't exactly, we didn't start off real smooth. But anyway, historically, it's a 36-31 advantage in Eunice's favor. They've won 13 straight. If you start looking at some of the history, Eunice has won 16 state championships. Jowell has won 11. I just lost connection. Okay, now I'm back again. Eunice has been to 25 title games. Jowell's been to 20. The only time these two teams faced off in a state championship game, I just lost. Okay, now I'm back again. My my headset and everything is kicking in and out, so I am struggling. Eunice has, in 1977, Eunice and Jowell faced off in a state championship game. Eunice won in the closing seconds on a 2-point play, 2-point conversion by Steve Dean of Eunice.
Any relation to the dean that's on the field tonight?
Yes, sir. That'll be the great uncle of the young man that's the starting quarterback for Eunice here today.
All right, the Cardinals are going to take the field right now. They're going to warm up. We're going to send it back to the studio for 1 minute.
Air clear.
$30. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Eunice Stadium as we're about to go to the national anthem here. But Eunice is going to be taking on the Jowell Panthers. Both teams are 1-0 for the year. And we're excited to actually have home football here. We're excited the fact that there is green in Lea County, and we actually have a pretty decent crowd on hand tonight. As good as we can have, and that's the national anthem. So we're going to send it back to the studio for 30 seconds.
Clear. 15. 5, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Eunice Stadium. We're just finishing up the national anthem here at the stadium. And wouldn't you know it, our first home game of the season, and it is starting to sprinkle. So we're hoping that everybody will stay dry. We're in the press box, so we're not going to have a time. But we're hoping that the fans out there, this rain doesn't get too bad. And we're about ready to kick off activities. Any thoughts tonight, Coach?
Yeah, it's been an interesting experience this evening. We had the wind almost blow all of our papers out of the press box. We've had dirt come in, and I've got dirt in my ears. We've now got some rain coming down, so I think we're going to be throwing mud pies here before long. But with that said, it's football time. Eunice versus Jal, the long time. To be an exciting one. I've been talking to folks all week about, and I just, for whatever reason, my headset seems to have a short in it, so I apologize, folks. But my speaker, I'm getting messages on my phone saying that it sounds scratchy, and then I've got it keeps cutting in and out on me on my end, so I apologize. I'm having a tough time here with my headset and my equipment working. Eunice, we know the strong players for Eunice. Dean, Hayden Dean last week with 218 passing yards, 66 rushing yards, 14 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. And so here we go with the kickoff.
And the kickoff goes back to about the 28-yard line, but it is out of bounds, and so we'll see if they'll take the spot or they'll kick over.
They're telling me now that they can barely mind that it sounds like I'm in a hole or booth.
See if that works better for you.
So once again, like I said, everybody, we apologize. We've had some technical difficulties here again, getting up and running this afternoon. Jal kicked off to Eunice. The ball went out of bounds, and so it looks like Eunice is going to take over 1st and 10 at about the 35-yard line.
And Hayden Dean is back in quarterback tonight, so nobody remembered to throw the ball into him. 14 months off, 15 months off, people forgot what to do. Our Dean under center, actually, he's working from the shotgun. Empty backfield to the left, 2 to the right. And here's the first snap. Dean looks out to the right-hand side, and it is knocked away by number 52 of the Jal Panthers. And so the first pass of the night goes for no completion, no yards.
Yeah, the big man out here on the end, that's the young man that everybody's been talking about that's got all the Division I prospects looking at him. He got a hand on the ball right there and knocked that pass down to the ground.
And Eunice is going with no huddle here, and now he looks at Dean to hand off. Dean actually goes up there. He's at the 40. He's up to the 47-yard line, and so Dean's going to pick up 12 rushing on that carry. So that's a first down for Hayden Dean.
Yeah, that time he ran a little quarterback draw where he went to that offside and ran away from the big man, found an opening, and got a first down.
And they're going with no huddle here. So Dean throws out to the right here, and it's going to be number 1, Carson Pearson. And Pearson looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the pass.
Yeah, Cason Pearson made a great catch right there and scrambled for a few yards. I'm going to try to open this screen just so I can see if it doesn't blow our stuff away. Maybe we can get a little bit better view through the video here.
Dean hands up to the middle to Tippett, but Tippett goes nowhere, and they're either going to be a loss of yards or looks like he's going to go for no yards, and third down and 5.
Yeah, we got stuffed up in the middle of that time, but 4-5 here for the Cardinals.
And they're on the Jal 48.
Empty backfield. I tried to draw the Panthers off sides. It didn't work. Now they're going to reset and start another play.
Dean going back in the center. He looks out to the right. He's got and he is out there to that was to Pearson, and it looks like that's going to be a completion for a first down.
Took a hit right there, However, it looks like he got off for the first down, so it was a great catch by Pearson. Got to hang on to the ball, and Eunice moves the charge here, 1st and 10.
Boy, he just barely got to the first down.
Yeah, he was right at it. Looks like they're at about the 42-yard line here.
All right, Dean Soling in the backfield. He looks out to the left. He throws out to number 10, and that is Benton. And Benton, well, he tried cutting back inside and got trapped, and so that's going to be a completion. It looks like for no gain.
Yeah, he caught that right out about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, but then there was a host of Panthers that jumped in there, and they were able to drag him to the ground. So it's now what looks like 2nd and 10 from about the 42.
And they got 3 to the right, 1 to the left, Dean in the empty backfield. And Dean put it down. He's
going to bring up 3rd and about what looks like about 5 for the Cardinals from about the 37-yard line.
And they're going primarily with the empty backfield for Dean, and he's working out of the shotgun.
Yeah, my understanding is Eunice was going to try to push the pace in this game and really push it.
All right, Dean's pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and so that's incomplete, so it's going to make it 4th and 5. And it looks like the Cardinals are going to go for it.
Yeah, right here inside their own territory, I don't know that they have a whole lot of choice, especially the way the kicking game looked last week.
All right, Dean the backfield. And he's got Tippett there back with him.
They tried to draw him off sides again by doing that snap count clap.
And Dean takes the ball. He's going to go up front. He's going to looks like Dean will probably pick up the first line.
It's going to depend on the spot.
Yep.
It's going to be real close right here, depending on the spot.
Dean faked the handoff to Tippett, then pulled the ball down and rushed out between the tackles there on the left.
And the official gives us the signal of a first down Cardinals, so it's going to be a first down. Joe came up, made a great tackle right there, open field tackle on Dean, who's really quick, and they were able to bring him down right at the first down marker. But Eunice is going to have a 1st and 10 from about the 32-yard line.
And most of the yardage so far has been under Dean's legs.
Yeah, absolutely. He's quick, and he's running away for sure from Roger, the big defensive end for the Panthers.
Dean looks deep in the end zone. He's got his man there.
Let's make it Tippett. That was a great throw by Dean. Looked like it covered about 35 yards in the air and caught in the end zone. Great play, great pass, great catch. Touchdown Eunice with 9-0 remaining in the first quarter. Eunice leads 6-0, and it looks like they're going to, I was going to say it looks like they're going to go for 2, but I think they're going to have the young man, this is the kicker that they've been working with this week. His sister is the libero on the volleyball team.
On the volleyball game yesterday at Hagerman, she actually had a decent game.
Jonathan Cavallari, number 24, is back to kick this extra point.
All right, there's a snap. The hold is down, and it's and he hits the crossbar for no points there, but at least it was straight, and get a little bit more hype on that. So at the 9:09 left here in the first quarter, the Eunice Cardinals jump out to a 6-0 lead. We're going to send it back to the studio for 30 seconds.
Clear. Five, 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Eunice Cardinal Stadium, and we're trying to work on some technical stuff here for Judge Jimmy Jones and that, and we're having problems with his equipment, but the Cardinals jumped out to a nice touchdown there as Dean goes 32 yards for the TD, and he is able to, the kick's up there, and it kind of jumps around, and so the no return, and so the Panthers will start from their own 37-yard line.
That was number 20 for the Cardinals that came up and made a really nice open field tackle. That's Gio Chacon. He made a really nice tackle right there. Kept Jaw from picking up much yardage there. It's now, looks like it's going to be first and...
Well, they have got a rather large gentleman in the backfield there for the Panthers.
That's the Cervantes kid.
Yeah.
He hadn't played in a few years. He's a heck of an athlete.
Well, they hand it off to him, and he goes straight up the center, and it looks like he's going to pick up maybe 2 yards on that rush.
Yeah, that's Josh Cervantes. Like I said, he's a great athlete, great basketball player, and has not played in a couple of years. Decided to play this year, and he's just a good kid. And so I'm happy to see him out here. As a Cardinal fan, I'd like to see him in the backfield, laying on the field a little bit, not injured, but I'd like to see us stop him for sure.
All right, it's still in the backfield as we're lining up for the second. That's a pass out here to the right. And it's completed, and he's going to get stopped for almost no yardage. He may pick up about 1 on that play. And that was to number 7, Ethan Sandoval. And I think he picked up about 1 yard on that one.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell whether that was Tippett or George Ortega that came up and finished him off right there, but that was a great tackle. Caballero had a hold of his feet, and he was able to come up and finish him off.
All right, they're saying 6, so from their 42 yards. And they got a double on the left and double on the right here for the Panthers. And the handoff, and they bobbles the snap, but he's going to get away, and he's going to get out there enough for the first down. He bobbled the snap, but pulls the ball down, and he rushes out to the 52-yard line. So that's going to be a 10-yard pickup for Giles there on the 40, and a first down for the Panthers. They move into Cardinals territory at the Cardinal 48.
Yeah, they had a hand on him right at the line of scrimmage, but nobody could bring him down, and he was able to juke and jive and move his way all the way forward to make these chains move again, and it's first and 10 Panthers from about the 48-yard line.
All right. We got Giles and Cervantes in the backfield. Giles working from the shotgun. He hands off to Cervantes. Cervantes is through the line, and he's going to get up to about the 42-yard line. So that's going to be an 11-yard pickup for Cervantes and another first down for the Panthers, as they're going to have the ball first down at the 37-yard line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, I just... that was another good run here by the Panthers, and Eunice's defense there on the interior is going to have to close it up a little bit.
They're going to need some help from the linebackers if this keeps up.
Yeah.
All right, here's the snap up center again, and he hands it off Cervantes. This time Cervantes maybe picks up 1 on the play.
Yeah, number 70, Antonio Granados comes through and makes a great tackle, meets him at the line of scrimmage and takes him down. So it's a great tackle there by that young man from Eunice.
All right, second down and looks to be 9 for the Panthers from the 36-yard line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, Eunice has made a couple of good open field tackles, but Giles been able to kind of cut and slice and kind of slice away at us right here, so the defense is really going to have to step up right here.
It'll be a good time for a pass play here. They've only thrown 1 pass, and it went for 1 yard. And the quarterback keeper, he goes up the middle, and he picks up a big chunk of land as he gets down to the 33-yard line. So that's going to be a 10-yard pickup for him.
Yeah, John, I don't know that they threw more than a couple of passes the entire game last week, and so that quarterback right there, I believe he had 5 rushing touchdowns. This is exactly the game plan for the Jal Panthers, and Eunice is just going to have to stop them if they've got any chance here today.
First down from the 24-yard line of the Cardinals, and he's got the ball again, but this time he actually he stopped for at least no gain and maybe a loss. Yeah, they're marking it for a yard pickup actually.
It looked like Marcus Tercero came up right there, and made a great tackle, met him up at the line of scrimmage, and was able to take him down. So that's going to make it 2nd and about 9 for the Panthers here. Ball sitting on about the 23.5 yard line.
It's going out to the right-hand side, and that's the Cervantes. I'm sorry, that is, well, it is for Joshua Cervantes.
Yes.
And he looks like he picks up the ball.
The booth right beside us has got the coaches in it, and they've been having equipment problems as well. And every time they start unplugging things, we hear it in our microphones. And so I've noticed they're trying to switch headsets on their side, and it seems to be creating some feedback with us.
Yeah, that's third down and 4 to go from about the 19-yard line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, so Eunice has got an important play here. They need to stop.
And the ball's up the middle, and we've got a flag down there. That's the first penalty of the game.
Looks like the big tackle out here on the left side for the Panthers moved before the snap. Fairly certain that's what happened.
And waiting for the call down here on the field.
It's going to be a false start on this left tackle, I believe, for the Jolly Panthers. That'll move them back 5.
Yep. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now. And get ready to go here. And it's that was a big help there for the Cardinals as they had 3rd and 4, and now they're 3rd and 9 from the 23-yard line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, so here we go, 3rd and 9. Big play again here for Eunice. Eunice needs to stop right here.
And Gals has taken the ball every time in this position so far. But this time Gals has kept it, and he goes out to the right-hand side. But he is going to be stopped about the 20-yard line, so it's going to be a 5-yard pickup for Gals. But it's going to be now 4th and 5 for the Panthers, and it looks like they're not bringing a kicking team in, so it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Yeah, so this is so far, of course it's early, but this is going to be the biggest play of the game so far. It's 4th and 5. We're sitting at about the 19-yard line inside Cardinal territory, so here we go, 4th and 5. 2:52 remaining in the first quarter.
And Cervantes in the backfield for the Gals, and
they jumped.
They jumped, so the Cardinals got across and jumped back, and we're going to call a false start. It's going to be encroachment on the defense.
You know, they may have, the Cardinals may have hit them, and that may have been what caused them to move. I saw some movement, but I think so that's why they moved, so that's going to move the sticks. It's going to make it 1st and 10.
At the 14-yard line?
At the 14-yard line.
So as the Cardinals tried to get the Panthers to jump off sides twice, this time the Panthers were able to get the Cardinals to jump off. And so 1st and goal. I'm sorry, 1st and 12. They just turned the sticks up. So Gals gets the ball. He's up the middle. He's going to bring it down to about the 7-yard line. So that's another 5-yard pickup for Gals there. And we're going to really stop here.
Yeah, that was a big play right now, and so now it's 2nd and about 4. Looks like they're about the, maybe the 8-yard line, so here we go. Eunice, see how they're doing on defense can be. See if Joe can keep driving it down our throats here.
And this drive is eating up 7 minutes on the clock already.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what the Panthers wanted to do and exactly what the Cardinals were worried about.
So Gals swings out to the left. There's a flag on the play, but Gals is stopped for maybe a yard pickup or no pickup. But there was a flag on the play, and it came from the back edge, so we'll see if they got...
Yeah, the Giles kid's a tough kid. He's tough as nails. His daddy's the coach. They had him in the backfield, and I think at one point 5 of them had him, but they're going to call what looks like a holding against the Panthers. It's going to move the chain and move the stick back here. It's going to make it 2nd and about, I'd say, 14. From what looks like about the 16-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and about 14 from about the 16-yard line.
The defense had him stopped for little to no gain, and so the holding doesn't just push them back. That was good for the Cardinals.
Cardinals on the go again. As the second time he's had a problem with the snap, he's able to pick the ball up off the ground, and he picked up about 3 on that play.
And I couldn't tell. I thought that was Marcus Tercero that got him and made that play in the backfield. He was able to get a hold of his legs. He still fell forward and picked up a couple of yards, but that makes it 3rd and about 11. Here with 1:20 left in the first quarter, Eunice is up 6-0.
The ball sitting right on the 15-yard line of the Cardinals. So to the left, one to the right out to the lines, and it's 3rd down and 11 for the Panthers. See if the Panthers run again. Yes, he scoops out the back. This time he is stopped in the backfield, and he's actually dropped for a loss. And oh my God, we have a penalty flag after the play, so he's down. So we'll have to see what that is. But he is stopped for no gain. In fact, it actually looks like he's stopped for about a 2-yard loss. 2-yard loss. Oh boy.
It's going to be a face mask on Eunice. That's going to be a big one.
Well, they had him stopped for a loss, and now they get the 5 yards back and the down over. So last week's game we had no penalties at all. That's our 4th penalty here just in the first quarter.
Wow. Yeah, so 58 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Eunice is up 6-0. Joe driving now, and they're inside the 15-yard line. Here we are with 3rd and about 9. They can pick up a first down before they get to the end zone.
Well, Cardinals have run the ball every other time in this situation, so who do you think they're going to give the ball to?
I would guess either Giles or
Cervantes off to the side, and he's able, and they're going to stop him before, they're going to stop him on the 1-yard line as they actually have a pass play there, and he throws it out to number 1, Jacob Lejeune.
Micah Tippett comes out and makes a stop right inside the 1-yard line. Joe just almost got in the end zone. They make it 1st and goal from about the 1-yard line with 27 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
That was a 14-yard pickup on that pass play, only the 2nd pass of the night. So they got the Cardinals napping. And Giles is going to try and drive it in, and we got no signal. So on the first try there, they'll hold him up for basically no gain or 8 inches.
Yeah, it looks like we're right from about the 1 to about the 6-inch line. So it's going to be a tough one, but that's the end of the first quarter. Eunice is up 6-0 with Joe knocking at the door.
We're going to send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. Welcome back here to Eunice Cardinals Field as the Panthers have the ball 2nd and goal from about the 6-inch line of the Cardinals. And the Cardinals lead 6-0 as we're starting the second quarter here.
Yeah, I mean, if you were writing this out a few days ago, you couldn't really see much game plans for the Giant Panthers as much as everybody thought is to drive it down Eunice's throat. And that's what they did in that drive right there. Eunice on that drive, there was a scoring drive, was a lot of misdirection, some quick passes, things like that, and they drove down and got that score. Now Joe has burned up basically a whole quarter driving the ball down here and on the 6-inch line. And they've got a 2nd down facing them right here.
Yeah, 1 minute and 39 seconds for that, what they used on that drive so far.
Yeah, so here we go. It's 2nd down and goal. Everybody's packed in the box, so we'll see what happens.
And I got that big back there too, so he's pushing forward and they're trying to shove him forward, and on the second effort, he gets in and touchdown for the Panthers.
So that's going to make it 6-6 here. Early in the second quarter with 11:54 remaining in the second quarter. It's now 6-6, and Joe's going to line up. And it looks to me like they're going to try to kick the extra point. I saw someone place the. Looks like they're running that swinging gate type of for this extra point. They've got the tee sitting on the field, but they're lined up in that swinging gate type of spot.
Must have there's a flag on the field, so I'm looking at the lineup or something.
I'm assuming that
On the flag. Yeah, so I guess after talking to the
head official, it must have been proper. So so here we go. Like I said, they're set up in the swinging gate,
and
looks like they're going to go for two.
Yep, as they go out to the right-hand side, and they're able to bring it in as he catch the Cardinals off guard there, and Panthers gets it out there to the side, and he gets the 2-point conversion. So it is 8-6 now in favor of General with 11:54 left here in the first
Looks
half.
like there is a flag on the play. So and just from the looks of things, I mean, the Cardinals are staying on the field. So I will tell you this: that run by Cervantes right there, he leaped over a Cardinal defender right there, was able to get in the end zone, but it looks like a hold on the Panthers was called, and so that moves them back 5, and they try it again. So it's still 6-6 here with Joe back on about the 8-yard line now to go for this 2-point conversion.
Well, and Eunice can get a stop here. That'll be big play for the Cardinals.
Yes, now they've got their kicker back, and it looks to me like they're gonna try to kick this extra point this time.
And that looks like another line up there kicking.
The extra point, that makes it 6-6. 54 remaining in the second quarter.
30 seconds. Welcome back to Lea County as we've got 11:54 left here in the first half, and we've got a 6-all score there as the Cardinals were able to block the extra point and keep the score at 6-all. And as quick as he was in there, I thought he'd actually jumped offside to get that block, but he was quick.
Yeah, we've got the makings of a barn burner here. It's 6-6 early in the second quarter, 11:54 remaining, and I'm getting mixed messages. Some people are sending messages saying the sound is great. Some people are saying it's terrible. But as I'm looking at the booths beside us, it looks like everybody up here in the booth's having technical difficulties. So we're doing the best we can. We're trying to make this work. We apologize, but we're making it work. It's 6-6 here, and John's about to kick off.
So John can get another quick score. I mean, yes, General ate up 9 minutes and 59 seconds in that last drive. Kickoff down to the 18. It's going back up to the 30. It's back out. He is down. At the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown!
So Eunice sends the kickoff all the way back. I believe that's Micah Tippett. There's a penalty that just came in at the end, though.
That is an 82-yard touchdown. That's on the kickoff return.
George Ortega that ran that kickoff all the way back, but I think Eunice is going to be in trouble for some celebration at the end. I noticed that when we played Hagerman, we had a lot of people doing some dances and finger rolls after scoring, and I think the officials are going to penalize them for it right now.
That is after the play, though, right?
Yeah, I believe it was after the touchdown scored. Eunice started having some sort of celebration going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're placing the ball. They haven't put the score on it.
They're bringing it back all the way to midfield, so I'm not sure what
they're taking the touchdown off the board.
Okay. Well, I'm not exactly sure who the coaches are.
So it looks like we've got a personal foul on the Cardinals now too.
The 17 is on the field for Eunice, and it looks like Giles got the kickoff team on the field. So I'm not really sure. The Eunice coach is still standing out in the center of the field arguing with the
an extra flag after the they bring the ball up there, which looked to be which would have been obviously a personal foul on one of the Cardinals there. But you're exactly right. So they got offsetting personal fouls, and I have no idea why they're re-kicking, but that certainly seems to be what we're going to do right now.
Yeah, I'm completely confused, but yeah, you're right. It looked like they called two penalties on Jal, one on us, waved and called an offsetting penalties, and now it looks to me like we're going to kick it again.
And that is just the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah, so, I don't get it, but, I'm waiting now. Here we go, we're going to kick off, so I won't jump into something else. So at 11:41 in the game, I'm sorry, in the half, Eunice just ran 82 yards for a touchdown. They've called it back. Now, I don't know what we're doing. Now we're doing something else again. Joel coach is now on the field.
Looks like Joel's coach has called it. They're not taking offense. I don't know what is going on because he's on the field, but they haven't called a timeout either, so I'm not sure. Now they pick the ball up and they're marking the ball. They just marked off 15-yard lines against the Cardinals.
Well, I am still unsure what's happening. There's coaches and refs all arguing. Have absolutely no idea what's happening here. I am no idea.
Well, what they forgot is that last personal foul after the touchdown was called back. So that's what they're finally marking off. So they have the offsetting ones, and then they have the other about the touchdown return.
And Joe's going to try to kick it onside kick right here. We've got the ball set up on the tee.
The Cardinals are down, so
yeah, they're going to kick it right here on this side of the field and try to onside it, I believe. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I was completely wrong there.
And this time he picks it up, and it's going to go, and is he set? Nope. And they're going to say he went out of bounds at the 22-yard lines, picked it up at the 8, brings it back out to the 22. So it's going to be a 14-yard return on the kickoff. I like that 82-yard one instead. So it's going to be first down here for the Cardinals from their own 22-yard line. I got to say, considering that 15 yards got marked off, they're lucky to have that ball at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those plays that leaves you scratching your head. I'm not exactly sure what exactly took place, but we got to take it and move on. It's now first and 10 for the Cardinals at about the 21-22-yard line.
And Dan is in the backfield with Tippett. Going left to the right. Dan looks out here to the right. Oh, and Hanson was looking to run before he had the ball in his hands, and it goes off his leg.
Yeah, I saw a flag go flying through the air, too. The ball hit Tippett right in the hands. And he started to run, and they stopped it. Now a flag holding on the Cardinals.
Yep. So now bring it back to the 12-yard line, so that's another penalty on the Cardinals.
Yeah, so these penalties are just slowly driving Eunice back the other direction. It's now first, and it looks like maybe 20, 25.
Well, it should be 20-yard line. It should be 28. It's a 10-yard penalty, so it should be first and 20. And then it's running it back up to the 20, out to the 30, and they keep going. He was shoved out of bounds back to be the 42-yard, 43-yard. Oh no, they're marking it. Mark that at the 37-yard line of the Cardinals. So that is that's a 32-yard pickup for him.
Yeah, I don't know where he came up with that spot either. There's a lot of stuff happening. I'm confused. It looked to me like he was out up here about the 42, 43, but it's first and 10 Eunice.
We're not arguing about that spot. I got the reverse here, and he comes on the left side here, and he has got one man to beat. And he goes around it, and then he goes out of bounds, and now he stopped. And he is down to the 22-yard line of the Panthers.
He dropped it. Luckily for for him. I guess they had called him down at that point. So it's now 1st and 10 after another long run for Tippett.
A 27-yard pickup for Tippett on that one in reverse. It was a trick play, and it worked for the Cardinals. Down in the backfield, now he drops with the thing. He goes up front. He is down to the 13-yard line of the Panthers, and that should be close to another first down for Dean.
Yeah, this is going to be the difference in what you see today. Joel's going to do these long, slow drives, and Eunice no huddle, and they're going to push it.
And Dean picks up 8 on the first down there. He looks out, now he's going to drop out. The gun goes up the middle. Here's to the flag. Dean is going to out, and we'll have a
Penalty flag right there.
looks like they're going to mark him at the 6-inch line,
But we're having a hold on Eunice. It's going to be a hold on Eunice. They're going to call that one back again. Yeah, they called a hold out here on, I saw one of our players after they threw the flag. Looks like Hinson. Yep. Yeah, looks like Hinson on the wideout. So,
a timeout now being called on the field by the Panthers. So, been a wild half so far. More penalties than we saw all of last game here in the first half. We're going to send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to KPZ on 103.7 and also HubsAmerica.com.
Three, two, one, go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. Boy, penalties are the Cardinals have just been snaked up with the penalties now. As we look in the first half here, the Cardinals have 5 penalties for 50 yards.
yeah, the penalties killing them. And, whether it's right, wrong, and different, it's killing them. An 82-yard touchdown called back, a probably 20-yard almost touchdown right at the line, called back, and so here we go. It's going to be second and about 3 for the Cardinals. 10:22 remaining here in the first half. We've got a 6-6 ball game.
The Cardinals are on the 15-yard lines of the Panthers. Dean looks out. He goes deep. There's touchdown. And there's going to be a touchdown as Dean goes to Tippett.
I can't tell if that's George Ortega or Tippett. One of them's 9.
Ortega, because Tippett is in the backfield, so that's going to be a touchdown for Ortega there. That is going to be a 15-yard pickup from the touchdown for Ortega, and the Cardinals get back in the lead.
Ortega went down and got that ball. It was kind of low, but he went down and got that ball. It was a great catch by Ortega.
Great fake there, too, because Dean had tons of time to throw that ball.
So here we go. Kevin Arrow back to kick it again. Got through.
The first extra point kicking of the season. So 13-6 in favor of the Eunice Cardinals. As we have 10:15 left here in the first half, we're going to send it back to the studio for 30 seconds.
Clear.
Welcome back here to Eunice Cardinal Fields. The Eunice Cardinals are hosting the General Panthers, and on that 15-yard reception there for Ortega, the Cardinals jump right back on top, and the Cardinals can just do over the penalties and make a difference in the game because they've shown that they can move the ball quickly.
Absolutely, yeah. And what we're going to have to do is show that we can play some defense. And we're going to have to play some defense and stop them. I saw Ovion Taveros. It's happening to make quite again. I saw Ovion Taveros.
And then an onside kick there for the Cardinals, and look like the Cardinals have gotten it. Cardinals were down on top of the ball. It must have squirted out, but the Cardinals do an onside kick with 10:14 left here in the first half.
Yeah, that's one thing that last week we struggled with was the kicking game, and so I'm happy to see Jonathan Caballero out there make that extra point. That's going to be important for the Cardinals this year, and he's a great young man, a good kid, and I know he was real smart. He played a lot of soccer, so hopefully that'll pay off for us.
All right, again, there's some. I think it's just everybody's been. It's been so long since everybody's had to do a game here. The referees, they are not moving the chains are down over there, and it looks like we're going to re-kick. We're going to re-kick. I mean, what is the call on this?
I'm not sure, but they're scooting Eunice back, so I think we might have been offsides.
Yeah.
I get more confused every minute of this game, but we've got the ball. We're about to kick off again. They've scooted us back. We've set the ball down on the ground. It's not even on a tee. It's just sitting sideways.
And they recover the ball, and he trips over his own feet, so that helped up for the Cardinals as they to the looks like to be the 49-yard line. So the Panthers will take over with 10-11 left here in the half on the ball on, we'll say, their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like about the 49. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Panthers, and we'll see what adjustments the Cardinals can make to stop that inside run game of the Panthers. I know during the break in between, I saw Alvin Tavares over there getting stretched out. I don't know if he's getting cramps or if he hurt something. I'm not sure.
All right, same thing as guys in the backfield with Cervantes. He's working from the shotgun. Here's up Cervantes. Cervantes is stopped at the line of scrimmage, and that is by number 70.
That's Antonio Granados would be through there and make a great tackle.
So Cervantes gets 0 yards on that carry. That was a great stop. That's the first time that they've done that to him tonight.
Yeah.
10 from the Panther 49.
All right, so it's now 13-6 in favor of the Cardinals. Joe's got the ball, 2nd and 10.
All right, he's trying to out and do the option, and he's picking the ball up, and he's running over one of our players, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 36-yard line of the Cardinals. So that is going to be looks like a 14-yard rush there on that pitch for Cervantes.
Yeah, they pitched it out there to him, and we had a defender right back there that got a hand on him. He ran right through that tackle and then down the field. He met with one of our defensive backs and just ran him over and went for about another 45 yards.
All right, first down from the 37-yard line of the Cardinals. 9:24 left here in the first half. And here with Cervantes, he goes up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards there on that rush.
TJ Martinez.
Yeah, so TJ Martinez got him out and made that tackle.
Ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like that ball's going to be sitting about the 35, and we've got a timeout. I'm assuming that was the Panthers. Yes, the referee's now motioning to the Panthers. So we've got a timeout on the field with 9:06 remaining here in quarter number 2. Eunice leads 13-6.
We're going to send it back to the studio for the 32nd. You're listening to KPZA 103.7.
Exams, clinicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. We're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies.
All right, welcome back here to Cardinal Stadium as we're Panthers have got the ball at the General 35-yard line, and 2nd down here and 7 to go.
Yeah, they've got it down here to Eunice 35.
And Cervantes again, and this time he was stood up, and looks like he stood up at the line, and And was the ball out?
It looks like at one point it was. The problem is his forward momentum was already stopped. The officials have got to blow the whistle there. Yeah, and it set him up, stopped him, knocked him back a couple of yards after the fact, then knocked the ball out. So it's now third and what looks like about 6. Eunice leading 13-6 here with 8:30 remaining in the quarter.
So that was another one that didn't hear a whistle on that one.
No, I don't think they blew it until way late.
Yeah, until after the ball was being scrambled for.
Right.
I'm glad he's got a learning curve tonight,
Absolutely.
including our technology.
Yeah, we're struggling to.
All right, so 3rd and 6 here from the 30-yard line of the Cardinals. Giles takes the ball, trying to go up the middle himself, and looks like he's going on the ground. Yep, and I saw the spot there, so I'm not sure if we got a turnover or... No, he was just on the spot, and so he's going to say that that was...
Yeah, it looked like that ball hit the ground, but when he went to the ground. So it's now 4th down, and what looks like about 2.5 or 3. This is another one of those big plays here in the game. If Eunice could get a stop here, it would be big. If Joe could continue this drive, it's huge for them.
Yep. So it's 4th and 3 here from the 30-yard lines of the Cardinals, and this may be one of the biggest plays of the night so far. And we have a penalty.
Delay a game.
And a delayed game, so that is huge for
Yeah, it's a big deal on both sides. I mean, that's bad for Eunice. It's now 4th and what looks like about 8.5, maybe 9 if you get on legs. And so we'll scoot him back and try it again here.
Take them back to the 35. I think maybe what they're trying to do is hope that Eunice would jump off sides again like they did earlier in the game for the first down.
Yeah, maybe so. So here we go. It's 4th down and about 8.5. 7 minutes to go in the first half.
The stop here will be huge, and boy, they almost got somebody offsides there again. And the Cardinals are going ahead. Giles has got the ball. He's going to go up the middle there, and it looks like they have got him for a pickup of about 3 yards, but that's not going to be enough. And you get a stop for the Cardinals, and there's a turnover on down. So great heads up there. That penalty came back to really bite the Panthers.
Tavares and TJ Martinez stepped in there and made that stop. That's a great play by those two young men. Really helps Eunice out. I'm not real sure why the quarterback didn't pitch it to Cervantes because he had nothing but green grass on his end.
Yep, glad he didn't sit.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, first down for the Cardinals from their own 32-yard line. And D looks it off, and D hands it up the middle there, and that ball, that's the Tippett, and looks like Tippett's going to pick up. Pickup's going to pick up 2. So Tippett picks up 2 on that play, so it's going to be 2nd and 8.
All right, so it's now 13-6 Eunice. Eunice has got the ball, 2nd and about 8 here. I thought maybe this was a trick play because I see, that's Pearson running off the field, not Dean. So.
All right, here comes Dan out there. No, and Dan's going to get dropped, and that's going to be about. Back to, I think they should say mark it at the 30-yard line because he was thrown down. Yeah, they're going to mark it at 30.
Number 22, Xavier Carillon. That's the younger brother of the Big Roger that jumps into the backfield right there and busts that play up.
All right, that's 5-yard loss, so now it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Cardinals. Down in the backfield, he's looking to pass. He's out over the middle. And it was wide up. Benton was wide open. Benton tried to run with it before he had it in his hands, and he had the first down, and he was clear for the touchdown.
Yeah, there was nobody within 10, 15 yards of him on either side, and nobody between him and the end zone, and that ball hit him right in the hands and fell to the ground.
Well, unfortunately for the Cardinals, as they get that turnover on downs, they're not able to do anything with it. In fact, they actually lose 2 yards on that possession, and so they're going to be punting, and that's Harrison is going to be doing the punting for the Cardinals, and he's back to the he's going to be punting from the 16-yard line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that scares me because last week we didn't really have
and maybe a lot of encroachment.
We had both at the same time. It just depends on who the official wants to call it on here, I guess, because they both were moving. Eunice was definitely moving. John was coming across the line around the same time. I think they're saying somebody called a timeout first.
So Eunice calls the timeout.
All right, so we got a timeout. It's 13-6 Eunice midway through the second quarter.
And again, I don't think we heard the whistles. The players were blowing the whistles for the timeout, so nobody heard it.
No, and they still haven't picked up the flags on the field, so I'm not sure if they're still planning on marking something off. And, like I said, this whole game has been a little bit confusing. And I'm not sure. I guess we're back to kick again. So
leave the penalty off. The timeout was called by Eunice first, and a little mismatch there on the Cardinals here. Do you think?
Yeah. Eunice's line is just not that big this year.
That's the point off, and they're getting a good roll. That ball is going out to the 40, now down to the 30. I'm sorry, that'd be the 43-yard line of the Cardinals. So, considering he barely got that ball off, they ended up getting a good roll for the Cardinals.
Yeah, had a good roll. So now Jal take over 1st and 10. Each team there had a stop on the last drive, so it's going to be very important for whichever team can get the next points on the board.
So 5:25 left here in the first half, and Jal Panthers have the ball at their own 42-yard line. And like I said, Jal likes to eat these ground plays, eat up a lot of time.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're going to run the ball, and they have one timeout left too. They may mix in a pass here or there, but for the most part, they're going to run it.
So he hands off Cervantes. Now he keeps it around the corner there, and it looks like he's going to be brought down, and that's going to be close to a first down. And this is over for the first down now.
Yeah, he can just head up. Yeah, he's a tough little fellow, like a Giles kid. Like I said, his dad is Dusty Giles. He's the coach. Was from Escalante. He's now at Giles. So, he's tough. Like I said, I know last week he had 4 or 5 rushing touchdowns. So
he picked up 14 on that carry.
Yeah, he stuck that ball into Cervantes' belly and then pulled it out at the last minute and kind of threw the Cardinals that little option play.
So 4:47 left here in the first half. The first down at the Eunice 45-yard line. Well, not good clock management, but that's good for the Cardinals. Now back to his passing. That looks to be number 8. That is number 8, Ortega, and he is going to take that to the house, as that is going to be a 55-yard interception return for the Cardinals.
George Ortega, the junior, who didn't get to play last year because of a torn ACL, has had a heck of a game here tonight. Touchdown catch earlier, and now the pick off right there with the pick 6. I mean, it's a heck of a play by George Ortega.
With a great defensive read on his part, though, because that was a swing pass that were setting out to the side, and he steps right in front of the receiver, and he's got nothing but 55 yards of going to the red.
Well, and now I understand why Joe passed it like twice last week. So Caballero's back to kick again.
I think he's off to
So Caballero puts the extra point there and makes it Eunice 20-6 with 4:22 remaining in the half.
We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to KPZ 103.7 and HobbsAmerica.com. The first try of the game, and that puts the Panthers in a hole here as they were driving down to try and tie the score before halftime, and instead of getting a tie score, they were down by 14 points. Yeah, to 22.
That's a great pick 6 there by George big. A great play by him. Like I said, he's had a good job, done a good job today. That kind of reminds me of a play that happened right here in this field in a state championship game years ago, my senior year in 1994. We were playing Tularosa. They threw a pass out to the side like that, and Kelly Harvey stepped in front of that pass and ran it all the way back like that. So, pretty great play here for the Cardinals. It's now 12-6. Eunice is up.
All right, we're getting ready for the kickoff here. And here's the kick, and they're just kicking off the ground. They're just squibbing it there. The ball's out to the 38-yard line. And they've got a big pickup there, but there should have been a holding call right there. There was a tackle on a Eunice player.
Yeah, I know that I had spoke to a couple of the Cardinal players yesterday, and they had said that Joe ran a starburst, little confusing thing on the kickoff return, so they had no intentions of kicking it back into their backs to let them run that starburst.
Somebody last year had a habit of doing that. I'm trying to remember who that was, the team that played. But all right, first down for the Jolly Panthers from the 50-yard line. They got 50 yards to go and 4:18 left here and a half, and they only have one timeout left.
Yep, so here we go. 26, Eunice is in the lead. Joe's got the ball. John is in the backfield.
And Eunice picks up with the lead. And the Cardinals have it.
The Cardinals have picked up, and they ran that option, and John stopped the ball on the belly of Cervantes, and went to pull it out, and about that time the defense hit him.
John recovers.
The officials are calling him down.
I don't know how in the heck he can be down on that one because Giles never had possession of that ball.
Yeah, the quarterback and the running back were basically wrestling over the ball, and that ball hit the ground. The Eunice came away with it. The referees are saying it was down. So it's 20-6. It's now 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers from about the 50.
3:53 left here and a half. Giles got that. There's that pitch out, and this time, are they going to get him out there? No, he's breaking away, and he's going to get a first down, and he's going to get it out to the 38-yard line of the Cardinals, and that's going to be a 13-yard pickup.
Joshua
Tavares came up and made that tackle. Marcus Tercero, no, it's Gio Chacon that had him in the backfield, but he just got run over. I think that's who that is. Maybe Marcus Tercero. I guess I'm getting old now. I was not very good enough to start wearing my glasses up here, but
they had a couple of guys out there, and they couldn't. He drug a couple of guys.
Yeah, he's big, strong, athletic kid, and he's running through tackles, that's for sure.
And his goes up the middle, and he's going to go, and looks like he's going to pick up 9 on that play, and he's going to bring that down to the 40-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down, it looks like.
Yeah, so it's going to make it, Yeah, it's going to make it second, about a yard, so he's going to have about 1 to go. Eunice needs to hold Joe out of the end zone here if they want to keep this lead going into halftime with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
The only thing that is playing against the Joe is the fact that it takes them so much time to get a play run.
Yeah, they don't get in any hurry, for sure.
So as Giles, he has it. Cervantes, no, Giles keeps it. He's off to the left-hand side. And they're going to tackle him down. He's going to get the first down. And does he stay inbounds or does he get out of bounds?
Knocked out of bounds.
Somebody's going out of bounds.
Yeah, somebody's helmet went flying across the ground there. I'm not sure whether it was a red helmet or not.
It's a red helmet, is because here comes here on the side. That's
Pearson, Captain Pearson. So number 12 is going to run in for him. That is Gio Chacon going to come in for Pearson. Pearson's helmet comes off, so he's required to come out for a play.
And another 10 yards there for...
And I'm not sure what else is going on. It looks like maybe they're another penalty against the Cardinals.
That must have been a personal foul or something else there for the Cardinals after the play, so that's another 5 yards for the Cardinals.
Yeah, so that's now going to be 1st and 10 for inside the 17-yard line, so 1st and 10.
All right, 2:10 left here in the half as the Panthers are threatening.
And so they're still having a discussion with the Eunice sideline. I've never seen a game with so many stops in the game for discussions with coaches. So on both sides, it's like the officials are doing, and so they have discussions over on both sidelines with the coaches every time, and so I've never seen a game quite like this.
Well, I guess since it was already, there was a run out of bounds, so didn't bother with the clock there, but all right, 20-6 in favor of Eunice, and the Panthers are threatening if they got the ball on the 17-yard line of the Cardinals. He's going back to pass, he looks down.
So Giles dropped back to pass. He threw it. A Cardinal defender got a hand on it. It got deflected, and they almost had it. It looked like it ended up hitting the ground.
And that's bad because they're saying it's an incomplete pass there for him. They have to mark down the completion he had to the Cardinals.
Yeah. And I had a question on text messaging from Mr. Gladden, and I said, I hope not. Here we go, 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 for Joe.
This time hands off Cervantes, and Cervantes is stopped in the backfield. And then the quarterback tries to take it away from him. No, they're gonna say he was down, that they took it afterwards, so they're gonna mark it back there.
Yeah, Giles ran over there while they were wrapping up Cervantes and took the ball away from Cervantes. And then tried to run with it, and he actually picked up about 45 yards, but the officials are saying now that the defense had him stopped up here behind the line of scrimmage, so it's going to make it 2nd and about 13, or 3rd, and about 13, the clock is ticking with a minute 30 remaining here in the half. Eunice up 20-6, Joe at the 21-yard line driving.
That's minus 4 yards, and the best thing for the Cardinals is the clock's still running. There's no penalty.
Yeah, Eunice is, they need to stop right here. This would be big.
And there's Giles, he's going up the middle, and they're going to let him down, and he's going to get back to maybe the original line of scrimmage, so Giles is going to pick up about another, well, he's going to pick up 3 because he's back to the line of scrimmage, and the Cardinals are calling a timeout.
For the guys on the carry.
Fourth down for Joe, and
As quickly as Eunice has been able to drive, I'm sure their thoughts are, hey, if we can get a timeout right here and get a stop on this next play, we'd get the ball back with an opportunity to drive down the field. And so I'm sure that's what they're thinking. It's one of those judgment calls on behalf of the coach, and so we'll give it to him at this point. We've got this timeout going. I talked to some folks here in the Eunice Journal about some of the other families that have had some big things happen in some of these games. I'm going to mention them. The Beckham family, the Trevino family, the Ahern family, San Diego, Crawfords, Eunice, the Millers, the Salcedos, Odoms, Moraleses, the Felts, Aldridge, the Carrillos, some of those from the Pierce family from Johnny, and then of course in Eunice we got the Capertons, the Almagers, Cameron Santa Cruz, Avante Trujillo, Bob McCaslin, Logan Gaskin, Sergio Contreras, Jesse Contreras. I've got a rainbow of others here that I wanted to mention, but
let's start here from the 17-yard line for the Panthers with a minute 7 left here in the half. He's back and he drops the ball, and the ball goes down, he goes down, and the Cardinals are going to take over on downs.
The turnover on downs. Eunice will take the ball 1st and 10 at about the 25-yard line. And we've got about a minute remaining in this half.
So it looks like you're right, Jim. It comes in as it's like, well, the timeout now is coming back in the Cardinals' favor. As, they got 75 yards to go, but a minute 4 and 1 timeout left.
Yeah, the way they throw the football, I mean, if it's an incomplete pass, it stops the clock. So I'm sure that's what they were thinking
in there now.
Yeah, Pierce, he's got the arm. I see a flag. I'm betting it's going to be a holding call on the Cardinals.
Yep, I'd say that you're probably right. Pierce's drop for looks like about a 4-yard loss there on that.
I know he takes a lot of heat, coming off that defensive line, but I think he's going to have to do a 3-step drop and get rid of the ball. And if he's in the shotgun, he's going to have to step up and get rid of the ball because I know last week the other one's got an arm, but when he sets back that pump fake, they're coming for him. I'm not sure what happened there.
All right, so they're saying it's still first down and only 7 to go, so I have no idea what's going there. That ball is knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I've never been so confused in a football game. They gave him 3 yards. It was still 1st and 7.
Right, it should be 3rd and 7 now.
I would think, but the scoreboard and the field book shows it's 2nd and 7, and Eunice has still got the ball,
and 55 seconds left in the half. If this isn't the most confusing thing I've seen, I have to go watch and back the video on this to try and figure out what's going on. So Pierce will drop back again. He's letting it rip. And incomplete pass. That would have been, the ball was out of bounds. Otherwise, there might have been a penalty there because he interfered with the pass of the receiver. Yeah, the ball was uncatchable.
yeah, he hauled off and chunked it and threw it about 50 yards down the field, but it was out of bounds, and nobody there to catch it. So now it's 3rd and 7, but I think it should be 4th and 7, but I'm not sure because I'm confused. 38 seconds remaining in the half.
The Cardinals need to be careful here because they don't want to be punting here. There's still 48 seconds left, and the Panthers have a timeout left.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what to change what we were doing.
That's out to Dan. Dan comes out and he's going to get dragged down. And so Dan's going to get the pass complete, but Dan gets no yardage on that.
And so now we've got a timeout.
Well, the Panthers took the timeout, I believe, or did the Giants take the timeout?
It was the Panthers, but I'm not sure. They've never signaled the timeout. They waved and blew the whistle. Now they're saying put more time on the clock.
I think back to 44 seconds or something?
That's what they said, 44 seconds.
4-0.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Eunice took the timeout. I don't know that. There's 40 seconds is what they're putting back on the clock. It's 20-6 Eunice here in one of the strangest first halves of football that I've ever watched. I can't figure out. I'm not sure what's happening. Some of these calls, the officials are making calls, but they're not signaling what the calls are. Just a strange half all the way around. So it's 20-6, 40 seconds. Eunice is now back in punt formation, so I'm assuming that they're now going to punt the ball.
And they're going to be careful. They don't get a block here.
Yeah.
They got a nice punt there. Look at that thing driving. Oh my goodness gracious. The ball is back to the 10-yard line. It's right at the 10-yard line. So that is going to be, what, a 70-yard punt?
Wow. Yeah, it landed at about 30 and then stepped another 30 down the field.
Where they're going. Well, I think that I don't see Joel trying to do anything here with 28 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they'll try to do. I would guess they'll probably run a couple of misdirection plays or maybe run that option again and just see what they can get out of it. And if they get nothing, then at that point I would guess they probably let the time run out. But 28 seconds remaining here in the half. Eunice leads 20-6.
And the Panthers have the ball on their own 9-yard line. Between the 9 and the 10. So they've got 90 yards to go in 28 seconds.
Yeah, 1st and 10 here from the 9.
And he just took a knee, so they're not even going to, they're going to go to the locker room and hope it doesn't get any worse.
Yep, so let's send us to the half. Eunice up 20-6 here in half number 1.
And we'll be back with you in 6 minutes as you listen to KPZA 103.7 and HobbsAmerica.com. We'll be back with you in 6 minutes.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete landlord with reasonable prices and outstanding service. Where you need hardware or water, think of Cardinal Hardware. Where you need accommodations that feel like home, think of Old Hedge Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Old Hedge Motel in Eunice are the proud sponsor of all Lea County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! Cardinals, you're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in well sick care for all ages, well women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Public Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lea County. Eunice Public Supply is a proud supporter of all Lea County athletics and academics. Eunice Public Supply, 1810 Avenue in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lea County athletics.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. Except Lea County makes cars and wash and detailing. Next time you need a peaceful tire lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice. Proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Tiff, do you have us? Tiffany?
Yeah, I got you on timeline.
All right, I'm going to go back to the phone line now. That was just
Okay.
weird. Hey, Tiff?
Yeah.
It's not letting me. I mean, when I'm turning the dial for the phone to get the phone line, it's not letting me select the phone number. So I don't know what's going on.
Weird.
Yeah, so we're not. So it comes up phone number, enter phone number. I push down, and it brings up the IP address, and I turn the dial to I turn the dial to enter the phone number, and it doesn't do it when we bring the phone number up. So hopefully we quit losing data, because I haven't got anything here. So all right.
All right.
Tiff, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Is that you dialing?
I hear it ringing right now.
All right.
Let's see if it sticks.
All right.
If they get us up and running, maybe we need to get on and quit playing some commercials and see if people can hear us any better and see what we can do to adjust it.
Please leave your message for...
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't go through my end.
No. So I don't know what's happening. But, all right, how much more time before we come back from break?
You're cutting in and out, Steve.
How much time before we come back from break? Hello?
15.
Oh, 15? All right.
15.
If need be, I'll talk about this stuff while
Yeah.
you do stats.
If you don't mind.
Absolutely.
5. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, welcome back here to Cardinal Stadium. Here with Steve Mueller, Jimmy Jones. We are broadcasting this Eunice rivalry football game, and with the exception of some crazy plays and officiating and whatnot, it's been a very competitive ball game. It's now 20-6 here at halftime. We've got about 8 minutes remaining in the half. Once again, we've experienced some more technical difficulties. We thought we had completely lost our signal during the halftime break, and now we think we've got it back going again. It's just been an interesting ride. I know the Eunice coaches are in the booth next to us, and several points during the game they were running around changing headsets and trying to figure out how to get their stuff working. So I'm not sure what's happening. While we've got a minute, I've been talking to folks all week about this Eunice-Jowl rivalry, and I'd like to discuss a few things that I heard through the week. I wanted to go over some families first. I mentioned some of these the last time. I'm going to jump down into the Eunice side. The Jeter family, the Parker family, the Williams, the Gaetans, the Martinezes, the Herreras, the Hughes, the Palmers. Somebody sent me a message with Russell Lee. Of course, the Deans. The Deans have been a big family here in Eunice for years, and they've got Hayden Dean out there at quarterback this year. The Charos. Let's see here, and I can't run out of here without mentioning the Jones family, whether it be my side or the other side. We've had some good Joneses through here from the years. The Gruber family, the Thompsons, the Lynns, the Harveys, Chris Barteet, Michael Harlan, and then one name that I heard this week that I never had heard before was a gentleman by the name of Leroy Hinman. Leroy Hinman, from what I was told by Lynn White, who's kind of the Eunice sports historian. Leroy Hinman actually went on from Eunice, played Division I college football, and then went on to play for the Rams, I believe the LA Rams. And so I had never heard that story before. I found it very interesting back in like the 50s, 60s timeline. And so pretty neat deal. On the Jowl side, I mentioned a bunch of these families earlier, but the San Diegos, the Fouts, the Aldridges, the Rees, the Beckhams, I'm probably going to miss a few. The Owens, the Crawfords, the Ruises, the Millers, the Odoms, the Moraleses, the Dobbs brothers. Those are ones that I remember for years. And of course, you can't skip on the Luhans. Emmy and Ariel, those guys were beasts there for Jowl for years. And so the Trevinos, Gavin Trevino was a young man that played some great football, and I believe he had a brother that was out there playing with him a few years ago. So pretty neat deal. State championships, Eunice has 16, Jowl has 11. Title games, Eunice has been to 25, Jowl to 20. 1977, as I mentioned in the pregame broadcast, was the only time these two teams have met in a state championship game. Eunice ended up winning that game on a one-handed catch by Steve Dean in the end zone for a two-point conversion late in the game. Eunice won 21-20. In 1994, my senior year playing football here, Eunice won the 2A state championship, while Jow won the 1A state championship, and Lovington that year won the 3A state championship. And so I'll throw a shout out to the Fulfers because they're on the line listening, sending me some messages here. So I can't pass up on those. And I mentioned the Luhans earlier, and there's some Abels there that was sent over. One other game of note that somebody sent me something on was, I believe, 1993. It was an ice bowl game where they said it was so cold down in Jow, there was snow and ice on the game or on the field. It was so cold that some of the lights, it was those old school halogen or whatever they are lights, and some of the lights froze up and wouldn't work because it was so cold outside. Jow ended up winning that district championship game. So really, really neat history for many years between these two programs. I couldn't walk out of here again without mentioning last year Eunice was ranked one of the top 30 small football program historically, schools in the United States, and they were ranked number 1 in New Mexico. And I don't know exactly what criteria they used. We asked them last year, and because of course Artesia, everybody thinks about that being small town football, but they said Artesia school in town was slightly too big to meet the criteria. So Eunice ended up ranked number 1, and Cardinal Stadium right here that we're in last year was ranked the number 1 small school football stadium in New Mexico. So a mouthful, a bunch of numbers to throw out there at everyone, but I thought it important during one of these historical matchups like this to discuss some history, because there's definitely a lot of history. I'm not sure if I mentioned the Gladdens, but I've had Randy sending me some messages during the game trying to help me and update me on some things. Those Gladden boys were good players here in Eunice as well. So many people, you can't name them all. There's been just so many players through the years from both these programs that went on to do good things or did good things out here on the field. So pretty neat deal. Looks like Steve's got some statistics for you in that first half, and so here you go, Steve.
All right, in the first half, the Cardinals were 9 passing, 58 yards. Pearson, 2 receptions for 10 yards. Hayden Dean, 1 reception for 1 yard. Jorge Ortega, 1 reception for 15 yards. Michael Tippett, and that was the touchdown for Ortega. Michael Tippett, 1 reception for 32 yards. And Zeke Benton, 1 reception for 0 yards. On the rushing, they have 86-yard rushings there, and the big one is Tippett, as he has a 35-yard carry and a 27-yard carry and a 2-yard carry. So 86 yards rushing, 58 yards passing for the Cardinals in the first half. For the Panthers are 4 completions, reception for 14, and Sandoval had 1 reception for 2 yards. The big thing is rushing, 153 yards rushing for the Panthers. And the big ones, Giles had a rush of 10 yards, 12 yards, 9 yards, 10 yards, and 14 yards. And Cervantes had a rush of 14 yards, 33 yards, and 13 yards of the big carries there. The thing that really hurt the Cardinals in the first half, though, is they had 7 penalties for 60 yards, had a touchdown called back, and also had a fumble recovery called back there. For the Panthers, they had 3 penalties for 15 yards. So we're getting ready here to start the second half of action as the Cardinals are coming back on the field. We have 1:20 left before kickoff. We're going to send it back to the studio for 1 minute.
You're clear. $30. $10. 5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Eunice Cardinals football as we're getting ready to start the second half here as the Eunice Cardinals lead the Jal Panthers 20-6. And I got to tell you, the big thing was the interception return for 55 yards by Ortega as he steps right in front of it because Jal was driving again, looking to tie this game up. And instead of having a tie ball game, it put the Cardinals up by 2 scores. And right now, that has to be the play of the game.
Yeah, George Ortega right now is probably the player of the game because that was his second touchdown of the day. He stepped in front of the pass and returned it 50-plus yards, maybe farther for a touchdown. It was a great play by George Ortega. Happy for him because I know last year he set out most of the year from all sports with a blown ACL. So it's great to see him back out there. I'm just glad that he's healthy and back on the field. So, you know, with the exception of that pick six, it's basically been a knockdown, drag-out, back-and-forth kind of game. So I guess we'll see what this second half has in store for us. I think we need to give a shout-out to our JV volleyball girls. They played Carlsbad JV tonight and got the win. When I left the varsity game, the varsity girls were trailing, but man, they were out there playing 5A Carlsbad in a battle, and the first set was 26-24. Second set, Carlsbad got away from them pretty bad, and then when I left, it was 9-8 in the third set, and my understanding is that Carlsbad went on to win, but at the same time, you know, it's pretty neat to see a 2A school out there competing with the 5A schools. So here we are. We got about a minute left on the clock. It looks like Eunice is going to kick off from about the 40. Once again, they do not even carry a tee out onto the field. They're just setting the ball down on the ground and running up and kicking at it. And so it's an interesting, plan from the Cardinals. But they have no intentions of keep kicking it deep back to Giles or Cervantes or any of the other backs that are back there for the Panthers.
Well, so far it hasn't hurt the Cardinals. We just have to hope that keeps going and they don't pick up a big return off of this field position.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So here we go. It looks like we're inside 20 seconds. The officials are all running to the sidelines and getting set to start this game. The clock still shows about 20 seconds remaining, but they're blowing the whistle, and we're going to kick it off with the clock still bouncing around, and the ball's on the ground.
And that looked like the Cardinals
got it.
That bounced off of one of the defenders. It didn't go 10 yards, but the Jowl player stepped inside the 10-yard line. The ball bounces off of him, which makes it a live ball, and the Cardinals pick it up, and so they're going to have first down at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good heads-up play by the Cardinals there. I mean, our kicking game's not too good, so we'll just try that, and it worked out in our favor.
And Dean in the backfield here as he swings out to the right-hand side, and he's out to Tippett. Tippett's now for a 5-yard pickup. Tippett's got 10-yard pickup, and he's going to get a first down on that. He's going to get a first down on that first carry there.
Yeah, and he got up really grabbing his knee, took a couple of steps, looked to be in real pain, grabbing his knee, and then fell back to the ground. And so that would be a huge loss for the Cardinals if he's got some sort of knee injury, because he's laying on the ground now with coaches tending to him.
Well, they're saying it's only a 9-yard pickup, and so it's second down and 1 for the Cardinals. Dean throws it over the middle here. This time he's got it to number 8. That is going to...
It's Ortega again.
And Ortega brings it down.
Ortega breaks a tackle and carries it into the end zone. Ortega continues to have one heck of a game today. And Eunice extends their lead now to 26-6. In the middle of all of that, we've got Tippett over here on the sidelines on the ground, and he looks to be in pain, and that worries me because he is huge for our team. He's a leader on both sides. Yeah. Yes.
That's a 37-yard touchdown for Ortega and his third score tonight.
And it looks like Caballero's going to be back to take this extra point kick.
He's one of two tonight. And that time it looks and get up, and that time he scores. And so that kicking game that that was so hard for us last Saturday on the extra points is working out okay for us tonight. As the Eunice Cardinals are now out to a 27-6 lead. As 3 plays, they go 50 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a great throw and catch. Dean faked that little outside swing pass that we've been running so many times and then threw the post pattern, and Ortega took it to the house.
Yeah, Tippett is not looking like...
Yeah, we've got multiple coaches around him now down there on the sideline, and it looks like they're extremely concerned about him, and so... that worries me. He's still down on the ground. It looks to me like the way the coaches are talking that they're thinking that knee buckled, and that's not good because a lot of times that's ligament issues or meniscal issues, and I know because I've had 4 ACL reconstructions, and so I've had my share of those knee problems. It looks like they're trying to get him to his feet.
Well, they're going to take him back. He's not walking on it though. He has him at his feet, but. They're just taking him over to the bench right now. All right, the Cardinals are getting ready to kick off again here. Last time, they wasn't intentional onside kick, but it worked out well as it was a mistake on the Panthers to step up in front of that 10-yard line.
I'm real surprised, and maybe they do. I was fixing to say, I'm real surprised y'all don't have their hands team up there. That time they covered it. So
yeah, that's the same player this time. He waited for the ball to come to him and travel the 10 yards.
Yep.
And so the Panthers are going to get the ball and with great field position because they're going to get it at 50-yard line. So.
Yeah, basically the same place Eunice started a while ago. We'll just trade starts from the 50. Eunice up 27-6 here with 11:39 remaining in the third quarter, and their fastest player on the sidelines with an injury, and he's their safety and does so many things for them back there in the defensive backfield. So,
all right, let's see what's happening. So we've got Giles and Cervantes in the backfield. Higher now Cervantes. He goes up. No, Giles keeps it, and he goes out to over the left-hand side. And Giles is going to pick up about 6 yards on that rush. So he faked the handoff, kept it. Did a nice job faking out because he faked me out, and I'm sitting up on top here.
Yeah, Giles ran that option again, and he runs it pretty well. T.J. Martinez came up there for the Cardinals at the end and made that tackle, but not before he picked up about 6.5 yards, making it second down and about 4 from just inside the 45-yard line, so about the 44-yard line.
All right, working from the shotgun again with Cervantes in the backfield. And this time here, they're on the ball, but Giles falls on it.
Yeah, they run that option, and it looks like sometimes, respectively, that Giles is wanting to pull it and Cervantes is wanting to take it, and so they end up in a tug-of-war with it, and that's probably about the third or fourth time this game we've seen that ball on the ground in the middle of that little option handoff right there. So
that's 3-yard loss on that play.
Yeah, so that makes it third and about 7.
Yeah. So, and every other time they've done it, with the exception of the one pass play, Giles has gotten the ball and run with it. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah. And Giles takes the direct one, and he's out there, and he picks up maybe 2 on that, and he's back to, so it's going to be 4th and 5 from the 45-yard lines of the Cardinals.
Yeah. Eunice's linebacker stepped up right there and made a good stop along with number 70, Antonio Granados. He's the big man for the Cardinals on the line. We don't have a lot of size up there, but he's definitely one that we do have some size in, and he stepped up and made the play. So it's now 4th and 5 on the 45-yard line for the Panthers. That's a big play.
Okay, Cervantes guys in the backfield, and they almost got a Cardinal to jump offside, but then he comes back. There's thing, and he's throwing back. He's throwing back to pass, and the ball is intercepted on the. Actually, should have knocked it down, but he still gets the interception as the Cardinals intercept that ball on their own 25-yard line. So that's an interception and another turnover.
Was that 14? Was that Bennett?
Yes.
Stinson, Sean Stinson with the interception. Number 1, Kason Pearson.
I thought it was 14 back there.
Okay.
But
yeah, it said it was number 1, Kason Pearson.
There was 2 people there, and they had that ball then dropped.
So while we're talking Pearsons, we'll give a shout out to Chad Pearson that used to be our softball coach here and also played football, and his brother Travis Pearson, my old buddy that always tried to keep me in trouble. So shout out to those guys.
All right, Dean and lone back working from the shotgun, 3 to the left here, and he's rolling out, and he throws it. He's going to deep, and he overthrows Tippett.
Yeah, I think
that Ortega.
I think he was really wanting to hit Pearson out here that was out here wide, and they had a defensive back step up for him, and then it left him running across his body trying to make that long throw, and that's not his cup of tea.
Nope.
So that'll make it, 2nd and 10 from about the 25-yard line for Eunice. That interception, as great as it was, actually cost them about 25, 30 yards.
All right, he fakes the handoff, and then Dean hands out to the left-hand side. Dean is down to, looks like he's to the 40, or no, he's going to go out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So Dean is going to pick up 13, was right at the mark. Dean either picks up 13 or 14 yards on that rush.
Yeah, that was a heck of a run by Dean. He had me confused, which I've been confused all night, but they ran some sort of little handoff action in the backfield, and I thought the ball was coming this way, and the next thing you know, Dean's little legs were running out the other side for a first down.
13 yards on it, and here Dean looks like he's going to pass, and he goes back up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards here as he fakes the pass and pulls it down and heads straight up the middle, and looks like about a 4-yard gain for him.
Yeah, so that makes it 2nd and about 6 or 7. Jal's going to call a timeout. They probably not liking what they're seeing here with Eunice starting to drive down the field here in the 3rd quarter, already up 27-6. So both sides are going to the sideline here.
We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to KPZA 103.7 and HobbsAmerica.com.
Clear. Five, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the Cardinals have got the ball on their own 41-yard line here, 2nd down, as they are leading 27-6 here in the 3rd quarter. And so far, it's been Dean and Ortega this whole half, so it's been a great play.
Yeah, they're still tending to tip it over here on the sideline as well.
And they either and that looks like it is definitely going to be encroachment because, that is encroachment. So that's a 5-yard penalty against the Panthers.
Yeah, they had an interesting little stunt coming on there, and I'm sure they're doing that to try to pinch Dean in and not let him get out of that backfield.
So now it's 2nd and 2, and Dean's going to drop the ball straight down, and he's going to go right up the middle, and Dean's going to pick up. Oh, did he drop the ball? Get loose?
It looked like the ball hit the
but they're
ground.
saying they're going to say the Cardinals maintain possession. So Dean is going to pick up another 8 yards on that carry, or 7 yards on that carry.
Yeah, that ball hitting the ground worries me. You know, we had some problems with that last week, so we've got to hang on to that football if you're the Eunice Cardinals. It was a great run by Dean. No doubt about it. It was a great run.
So first down to the Cardinals from the 46-yard line of the Panthers. And another score here would make it difficult for the Panthers as they prefer a ground game. Dean grabs the ball, and he goes up the middle again. He's got a guy dragging on him, and Dean looks like he's going to pick up 4 yards on that carry.
Yeah, I believe that's number 24, Cervantes, that come up and made that tackle, but not before Dean could pick up another 4 yards. This has not been the kind of football that Eunice is accustomed to playing, just 3 or 4 at a pop, but it's working out for him right now with the lead.
Well, and they mix in that big one after that, so you never – and see, this is where we can see that big one. Dean's looking out there. Dean's waiting for somebody to open, and nobody's – and then and he almost got there to Pearson, but it's incomplete there. I mean, he –
and he had one man to beat for a first down right there and decided to let it go. He probably should have just
we got another injured player.
Yeah, that's number 50. That's Marcus Tricero. He's limping off the field, and the bad thing about him is he's had some knee injuries as well, and so he's grabbing at that. Two of our seniors.
There's a flag on there. They're going to mark it off again.
He may have been past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball, because I knew it was close. I think that's what it is. Yep, that's what they're signaling. So, yeah, he was. I knew that he was close, and, I mean, he still had 4 or 5 yards before the defender was there, so he could have probably tucked it and ran for that first down, but he threw it, and it was a little bit late.
All right, so now we got 2nd and 12, and they're on top of it, and we're going to get back to that as a out to Pearson, and he gets a 1-yard pickup there on that pass from Dean, so it's going to make it 3rd and 9 for the Cardinals.
3rd and 9 for Eunice here. The ball setting right at about the 45-yard line. Eunice up 27-6, 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and the injuries are starting to worry me over here for the Cardinals.
Back in motion there.
And there goes Jow jumping off sides again. It's those same two, what I always call a two technique for Jow. They keep jumping off in that first gap there and jumping off sides. So that'll give Eunice 5 yards.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 is much better than 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it's a great deal for Eunice. It makes it 3rd and about 3.5. Dean back at quarterback. And there they did it again.
Oh, my God, 2 consecutive plays.
That'll be first down. Yeah, the Cardinals have figured out that those center linemen for Jow are just coming on the snap as hard as they can and trying to pinch Dean in there. And they've kind of set him up the last few plays, and that'll give us a first down at about the 35-yard line.
Yep, and 6 minutes, 51 seconds left in the game. Here, can we get a touchdown with just penalties? Dean goes back, drops the ball, runs the ball over. And that time it is going to be a turnover as the ball's knocked out of his hands, and that is recovered by the Panthers at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, I just mentioned about 4 or 5 plays ago that worried me, that we have got we have put the ball on the ground a lot in the last 2 weeks, and so
Dean got hit from behind there, didn't know the guy was there, and knocked the ball out and Cardinals recovers. The Panthers recovered. There's no Cardinal really even close to it.
Yeah. So Jow will take over 1st and 10, just over the 40-yard line here. 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Giles and Cervantes in the backfield. And there's that option, and boy, that going out to the side there, and he's picked up big yardage there. Nobody's been able to bring him down, and he drops free, and he's going to go. That's going to be about a 25-yard pickup there for Cervantes.
I'm not sure what happened, but we had a Eunice player fall over out here grabbing a knee.
Oh boy,
I think that's going to be Tricero again.
Yeah, there's a 25-yard pickup for Cervantes as they did that option play again to perfection, and the only person out there to defend him was Pearson, and he was outweighed by a lot.
They're saying that's 35. I don't have a 35. 5'3". Okay, they're saying I don't have one of those either.
Who is it?
Hayden? 8. All right, they're saying it's number 8. So
that's Ortega. That would be huge. At least he's kind of up.
He's had that's the one I was just talking about. He's had a prior ACL injury, and so that's the 2 probably fastest guys on the team that are now over here on the sideline with holding knees. And so, not to mention the fact that Tercero has been over here holding a knee as well, and he's our linebacker and our offensive lineman.
All right, so it's going to be first down here from the 35-yard line for the Panthers from the Cardinals. And here's that sweep again, and this time he's going to keep it, and he doesn't go anywhere with that one, maybe pick up 2-3 yards as he decides to hold on to the ball this time.
Yeah, Ovi Ontivero steps up and makes that tackle.
And he's going to just pick up one on that.
Yeah, he stayed with his, he's got the quarterback when it comes to that option like that, and he stayed with him and was able to take him down. He let him gain about one, but we're good with one. We just don't need that 2 and 3 every play.
All right. Dean Cervantes in the backfield, 3 to the left here, 1 to the right. Second down, and he's looking. There's an option. There's a pass out again, and there's nobody there to stop him, and so he picks up the first down, and he's going to go down to, looks to be about the 22-yard line.
When Cervantes gets ahead of steam and starts going, he's tough to deal with. Pearson came up and made that tackle, but his helmet flew off again. I think that's the 3rd time I've seen his helmet fly off this game, and so because his helmet came off, he's got to come off the field. So that's another one. I think we've got about 3 of our starting defenders over here on the sideline now.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a good sign. First down here from the 23-yard line of the Cardinals. 4:49 left here in the third. And I think that there's going to be a timeout here for the Cardinals, as with the players missing and everything, they want to make sure they get the right call and the right defense in place to not give up the scores. They're leading 27-6. We're going to send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to KPCA 103.7, HobbsAmerica.com.
Clear. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we're back to football here from the Eunice Cardinal Stadium, as it is first down from the Eunice 27-yard line for the Panthers. The Cardinals lead 27-6, but the Panthers are driving.
Yeah, and it looks like Tercero and Ortega are back out on the field, so that's a good thing. We've still got Tippett over here on the side being worked on, and they were even working on Dean just a few seconds ago. So,
but he's got his helmet on, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, we just we're starting to get some players banged up. I mean, Zhao is a physical football team, and they're trying to drive it down our throats, and Eunice is up front 27-6 at this point with 4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. But it looks like Zhao's style is starting to kind of take its toll physically on some of the young Eunice Cardinals.
Well, that Cervantes, he gets out there on those safeties and corners, and he outweighs them by 70 pounds.
Yeah, he runs right over them. Here goes that
Giles
option.
goes up the middle. This time he's going to pick up about 3 as he decides to pull that ball down and keep it. Yeah. But, yeah, when Cervantes has that, when he gets him way out there in that full head of steam and our defenders coming from way over to get him, there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. Sammy Monsalve that time stepped up at that other end and met him and was able to take Giles down, give him about a 1-yard pickup, making it 2nd and 9 from what looks like about the 20.5, I would say.
Yeah, I think you're right about there. 4:09 left here in the game. In the quarter. Wish it was in the game. Put us in better driving seat.
Well, that would be good for Eunice.
All right. And he drops on the ground, but I think he was able to fall on it.
Yeah,
as he missed the snap.
The ball was rolling around by some of our defensive line's feet, and I don't think they knew it was on the ground. So he was able to shoot back up in there and pounce on it before anybody knew it was on the ground but him.
And he loses a yard on that play.
Yeah, so that's going to make it about 3rd and 10, maybe 9.5 for the Panthers from about the 21.5.
All right. And this type of thing is we look for him to, the wide left here, look for him to bring Cervantes out this side here.
Yeah, I'm looking for that option again. That seems to have been their best play so far.
But they like running
There
it to the other side. And here he keeps it, and he goes down. He goes down. He's fighting, and they're going to blow the whistle, and I think he's going to get down to about the 17-yard line, which would be a pickup of about 4 or 5 on the play, depending where the mark is.
You know, the overall game itself has just been officiated very strange to me, and I hate to talk badly, and it's not my intention about officiating, but they stood him up and held him up, and people are running in there from both sides and smashing into the pile, and there's no whistles being blown until they're stood up for 3, 4, 5 seconds. So I don't understand that. It's 4th and about 4.5 here for the Panthers. Eunice needs to stop. Here they go with that option again. The quarterback keeps it, and the ball is on the ground. But, oh, my gosh, the ball bounced right into the hands of a Jal Panther. The quarterback got hit right at the first down. When he reached out for that first down, the ball went flying into the air, but skipped up right into the hands of a Panther who picked it up and ran it all the way inside the 5. Almost scored off the fumble recovery. That's going to make it 1st and goal. Panthers from about the extra point mark on the right hash. So it's going to be about the 3-yard line here, 1st and goal.
Well, you can't get much luckier than that because that ball bounced up and heads up on the Panthers player though.
Yeah,
he knew to pick it up and run with it, and he did.
Yeah, he made a great play there for sure.
All right, we need a stop here.
He snuck it. He's in there.
And Giles will go in for the touchdown. As
Score, Cardinals 27, Panthers 12.
And so he picks that up, and it's now 27-12, and we'll see what the Panthers are planning to do as far as the extra point. They tried that swinging door once, and then they tried kicking it on the same play.
Yeah, it looks to me like this time they're just going to set up in a regular extra point field goal formation, and now they may fake it, but they're in a regular formation, not that swinging gate this time.
That is a big guy that's doing the kicking.
Yeah, he's got what looks like one of those old square
and he gets it through. He just line drive through, and so that makes it 27-13, a 14-point lead for the Eunice Cardinals. 2 minutes 11 left here in the third quarter. We're going to go back to the studio for 30 seconds.
Clear. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, a little over 2 minutes left here in the third quarter, and the Eunice Cardinals leave 27-13, and the Panthers will be kicking off to the Cardinals. And let's see who we got back out there in the field. So seeing if we got any of our returnings.
Tippett's still sitting on the bench. They've still got coaches over there looking at him. He's got what looks like his shoe off, and they're still operating on his leg there. So that kind of worries me. Eunice is up 27-13 here with 2 minutes 11 seconds remaining in the third.
And Dean is the only one deep, so they're looking for the Cardinals have got everybody up tight there, and it looks like they're expecting the Panthers to go for an onside kick.
Yeah, and it would definitely be something that could happen, that's for sure. So here we go, Jow kicking off. Eunice has got their, what looks like, I would guess, the hands team up, and they kick it deep.
It away, and Dean grabs it at the 20, the 18, actually, he drives up, and for some reason, Dean's decided to slide down.
Yeah,
but he gets it up to the 27-yard line, so it's about a 9-yard return for Dean there.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a Tom Brady scramble there off a kickoff return. He ran up, and as the defense closed in on him, he slid to the ground. I'm not sure if, I saw him over here working on him. I'm not sure if maybe he's banged up and injured as well, but worries me.
Right, they don't want him to take any chances.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like to me.
All right, so the Cardinals are going to have first down at their own 27-yard line as they lead by 14 points, 27-13 here in the third quarter. And it's
like
Pierce in the backfield. Yep.
Yeah.
Pierce gets the ball, and he heads it off to the left here. And Pierce is out to the 40. Pierce is out to the 45-yard line.
Oh, and a little trickery there. We had a little trickery there. We put Pierce in the backfield, and, of course, every time Pierce has been in the backfield, the idea has been that he's going to pass it, and he ran.
A 17-yard pickup for Pierce, and it's first down from the 45-yard line of the Cardinals. So that was big as it got him out of deep. He looks out here to the right. He throws out to Dean. Dean gets out up. He's back up. Dean is out to the 50. A lot of running for about a 5-yard pickup there for Dean.
Yeah, that was a little pass out here to Dean. Dean probably ran 50 yards to get those 5. He was juking and jiving and doing the two-step and the tango and the waltz and I don't know what all, but he got 5 yards. He's now at the ball's setting at midfield about the 50-yard line. It's first. It should be second, right? Second and 5.
Yep.
Everything says first, but it should be second.
Second and 5. And there goes thing. They hand it up. Oh, no.
Oh,
and
fakes it again.
And Pierce takes it out to the right. And he's going to pick up about 11 yards on that carry.
So I think we've thrown the whoop-de-doo at him right here, and we've put Pierce back there, and every time Pierce has been in the backfield up to the last 2 plays, he has passed it. And all of a sudden we're throwing him back there and letting him run it, and so it's kind of caught the Panthers off guard.
Well, I think the fact that they got Dean receiving because they're out of receiver with Tippett and that. Oh, and he gets it off to Dean there.
And Dean makes a catch, and Tippett goes the sideline.
That's going to be a 13-yard reception for Dean.
Yeah, it was they had him. They had Pierce in the backfield. He was able to pull away from him and then throw a sidearm bullet to Dean at the sidelines. And Dean tiptoed down the sidelines, got both feet in, and made the catch.
And I think they've got it out there, Pearson and Dean receiving because of Tippett and Ortega both in the.
Just go down. Don't do that.
Is 5 yards on that play.
They were trying to run that little like reverse with that wide receiver coming through, but one of the Jal defenders shot in, and he tried to take the handoff, I think, before the Cardinal wide receiver could take the handoff, and then it got scary there for a minute. Pierce
so we have the end of the quarter here.
Pierce was down on one leg trying to pitch it to somebody.
Yeah, that was not heads up because somebody could have knocked that ball out if they hadn't blown the whistle.
So it's 27-13 at the end of the third quarter.
We'll send it back to the studio for 1 minute. You're listening to KPZA 103.7 and HobbsAmerica.com. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, we're back to the action here as the third quarter gets underway.
And there goes
Dean, and Dean's up the middle there. Dean breaks out to the other side, and Dean is down to the 15-yard line as Dean is going to pick up 15 yards on that swing pass from Pierce.
Yeah, once again, Dean caught that ball in the middle and then started doing the twist and shout all the way, spun down, made it all the way down inside what looks like the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be sitting right on the 15.
So it'll be now 1st and 10 for the Cardinals driving deep in Panther territory.
Clear.
They just need to hang on the football.
Yeah, Dean needs to watch that thing. Okay, here he hands it off up the middle, and
So
who's
TJ
that?
Martinez.
Martinez is going to go in. So a touchdown there, a rushing touchdown.
TJ Martinez put his head down, drove through the middle, and took it all the way. And, you know, Martinez did a lot of that last year. Of course, we ran a little bit different offensive set. We spread it out.
3,
And
2, 1, go.
All right, we got touchdown there. Martinez, man, that is unbelievable. What were you saying, Judge?
yeah, I last year we did a lot of that where we spread it out and run the ball to TJ Martinez up the middle. And he'd scored many plays last year like that. But I think we kind of surprised him with that this year. So Caballero will be back to kick. Sound like we came in late there with our broadcast, but it's now 33-13 in favor of the Cardinals.
Gets it down, and that is good.
So I see Cameron and Avante, the Trujillo Santa Cruz brothers that were big stars for the last few years for Eunice. They're both playing college football now. I saw those young men just walk into the stadium. Everybody's hugging them and welcoming them, and I hadn't seen them in a while. But those two guys right there, I've said to multiple people, may be the best athletes I've seen play for the Eunice Cardinals. Those two young men were some great athletes. So here we are, 34-13. Eunice leads with 11:16 remaining in the game, and if we can just avoid injuries at this point and hang on to the football, we ought to be in good shape.
Well, we'll see. We'll more than likely we're going to go for that other squib kick here, and right now I don't think I'd be wanting to give up that kind of yardage. But you were talking about they run this star play, and I saw that work to perfection a number of times last season. So
yeah, and Eunice don't even, like I said, they don't even carry a tee out onto the field. They're
missing a player.
Yeah, they're missing players because they've got injured players over here on the side that aren't going out.
Well, that's a good thing. Is Ortega? That's Ortega going back in the field, so that's a good sign seeing Ortega back on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the ball sitting down on the ground. I'm assuming we're about to see that squib kick or onside type kick, but we'll see what happens here.
And there's a kick, and this time here it's kind of a line drive back to the 40-yard line. They pick it up, and he's going for it. He's going to back out to the 50. No, he did back to the 43-yard line. So that's going to be 20-yard return. I thought he was stopped a couple of times, but he kept battling. So it's going to be first for the Panthers from the Cardinals' 42-yard line.
Yeah, that's Ethan Sandoval right there, number 7. Man, he showed a lot of heart and drive, and I mean, 3 or 4 times I thought he was on the ground, and the next thing you know, I see his legs still going, and he's squirting down the field. Game, Jow has the ball, 1st and 10 from about the 42-yard line.
And the same backfield, 3 to the right, 1 to the left, and there's the option. Giles goes up the middle there, and he's going to get about, what do you say, 3-4 yard lines there. It looks like they're going to give him 3 yards on that. 2nd down.
Yeah, Ovi Ontiveros and Sammy Monsalve come up and make that tackle. I guess it's a good tackle. The only bad thing is they're driving the ball about 3 yards into Cardinal territory there.
That's his 10th rush in this half.
Yeah, it's it's no surprise. I bet you 90% of the plays they run are just the option. So we'll see if they do that again here. But
well, this is what coming this way is the way they like running the option. And we're wide open on this
comes.
side. There it is. There's the option. He keeps it, and this time they've stopped him. In fact, they're going to push him back to looks like the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I saw Ovi Ontiveros. I saw Monsalve. I saw, let's see, it looked like Tercero in there, and even TJ Martinez at the end. So there was a host of Cardinals that got in to make that stop. It makes it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and they're marking it the same. I think that's a very generous spot on that because I thought he lost some yardage, and they're marking it the original line of scrimmage. But the clock is still running. This is the good part. 3rd down. Yeah,
from the 40-yard line, 3rd and 9. The Panthers, I'm assuming, are going to run the option.
Yep, and they love running it to the right here. They have a hard time running it to the left when it's short field.
No,
and he's going to keep it. No, he's Giles just going to take it, and it's going to go right back up, and he's stopped for basically, well, I think he's probably going to give him, they're going to give him 1 or 2 yards on that.
Yeah, it's looking to me like it's going to be 4th. Oh, shoot, they're going to give him about 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
And they gave him 3 yards on that, or 2 yards on it.
Wow, so it went from 3rd and 9 to now it's 4th and about 5 or 6. So, that's a good spot for the Panthers. So now we've got 4th and 6 for the Panthers, 8:55 and the clock is ticking. Eunice leads 34-13. The Panthers are up. I would guess either that little quarterback lead draw or the option again. That seems to be their plays of choice most of the time.
Well, every time
they're going to throw it. And he catches it.
He's going to pick up the first down as he's going to pick up, looks like 7 yards on that reception.
Well, I'm sure, just as I was fooled, I'm sure the Cardinal defense was fooled because I think they've only thrown it about 3 times the whole game, and one of those was a pick 6. So Jal picks up the first down, marches it down to the 30-yard line. The clock continues to tick. It's 1st and 10 Panthers on the 30.
All right, 21-point lead by the Panthers here. 8:15 left in the Cardinals here. 8:15 left in the game. And this is hurting the Panthers. It takes them so long to execute. And there's the pitch out. And there should have been a flag. How can there not have been a flag on that play?
Yeah, Marcus Tercero got hit in the back right there, right in front of the official. But apparently he didn't think that it was enough to call. So it is what it is. Oviantivero steps out there and makes a tackle as he picks up about 1 yard. So that's going to make it 2nd and about 9. 7:30, and the clock is ticking. 34-13. Eunice is in the lead, and Jal just seems content to sit back there and take 20 seconds or more every play.
And now they're going to take a timeout. And I was about to say that they've already burned 1 timeout this game, or this half.
Yeah, you know, I appreciate and respect the Jal football team this year, but I don't understand their clock management. Not here midway through the 4th quarter.
Down
with
by
Eunice
3
up.
touchdowns.
Yeah, and I mean, they're taking 20, 25, 30 seconds, what seems like every play, to get the next play off, and then they walk back to the huddle and stand back there a little while, talk about it, call in a play. And
well, even there, the timeout, they 15, 20 seconds go before they even called the timeout. I mean, you talk about poor clock management.
Yeah. I mean, after the last play had ended, they, like I said, they took 15, 20 seconds before they decided to go ahead and make that timeout. So yeah, it's been some interest. It's just been an interesting game, and once again, I go back to what I heard Coach Jackson say in an interview, earlier this year when they were talking about football. He said, "Look, we haven't been able to practice. We've been in these 4 or 5 person pods. We haven't been able to work on things. So ultimately, it's going to be the battle of ugliness here early in the season. And the team that can do the least ugly stuff will probably win." And so I
in a 4-game season, though.
Yes. Well, and even the officiating's been ugly. So everything, and our broadcast has been ugly. Everything's been ugly today.
I don't see how you can lay that guy out and not have a call.
Yeah, I don't either.
And the official right there. All right, here's the option out to this side, and they're going to get.
That's a hold. He did. Woo.
Boy, and there was another. I mean, there was another hold and absolutely no call. I mean, he had jersey.
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
Yeah, like I said, and I'm sure it's ugly both ways, but I have. It's just been an ugly ball game. And so Eunice is up 34-13.
And he picks up 3 yards on that.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd down and about 6. Jal with the football. 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. The clock is ticking, and Jal's just standing at the line.
In this game, they did throw the pass play. See, there's out to the side, and there's another out there on the side, and that's number 3 had a hold of our player, or the Cardinal player, and again, no call, and they get the first down. I mean,
yeah, Ovi Ontiveros.
I mean, he was out there to make the stop, and he just got.
Yeah, he ran him down out there at the end of the play, but that makes it 1st and 10. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Clock is ticking. Jal driving.
And here's the snap, and it's the same thing as go out there. That's the same out there to the side, and this time he is maybe picks up 1 or 2 on the play.
Right.
And so he's going to get it down to about the 18-yard line. But the clock is still running, and they only have 1 timeout left. They have 3 scores and under 6 minutes to play here with only 1 timeout.
I got a message from one of my JAL friends saying that their kid, which is one of the ones out there playing, is wore out, that his tongue's dragging. So I think everybody's getting worn out in this game. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. JAL gets up to the line again here, 2nd and 9.
And there's the pass, and he's wide open. And he's going to be in for the touchdown, and that's number 22, Carone, Xavier Carone. And he's going to get that for 17 yards.
Yeah, so Xavier Carrion makes that catch and drives it in for a touchdown. That's the younger brother of Roger, and so that makes it 34-19 in favor of Eunice. 5 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in this game.
Boy, that last score is playing huge right now.
Yeah. So JAL's out here. They're in the huddle, so I'm assuming we're going to see some swinging gate or something crazy. No, they're just going to line up in a regular offense and go for 2 here. So they're really wide. They're really spread out up in the front. I would guess some sort of option. Let the quarterback find a hole and dive through it. There he goes.
There he goes.
34. Yep. He gets it in there. It's 34-21. 5:27 remaining here in the game, and I would guess you're going to see something as far as an onside kick or something here to start.
Yeah, I cannot see them kicking it away. We're going to send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to KPZA 103.7, HobbsAmerica.com. Back in 30.
Clear. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium as the Eunice Cardinals are leading the Jowl Panthers 34-21. 5:27 left here in the game, and the Panthers will be kicking off to the Cardinals. And our guess is they've got the hands team up there again, is that last time they kicked it away and drove Dean back to the 18-yard line. We'll have to wait and see what happens. If I'm down by 2 scores, 5 minutes left, I think I'd probably be onside kicking myself.
Yeah, I would guess that would be the thing to do, but, last time they kicked it back to Dean, and he caught it and ran up and slid on the ground. So so who knows what will happen here. I'm expecting the onside, and apparently Eunice is too, because they've got 10 players up within the first 10 yards of where they're set up. So the only person back is Dean. While we're getting ready to kick off here, which I got a feeling they're going to come out of the huddle and kick it right there. Yep.
And they dive right there, and that's exactly what they do. And so the Cardinals are there and on top of it. And so the Cardinals are going to get the ball at the 50-yard line. You know, if that works out, it's good. If it doesn't work out, that's great field position for the Cardinals. And one more score, and it's, turn out the lights.
Yeah. We've still got Tippett sitting over here on the bench, and he's got his leg out and propped up, and I don't think he has any intentions of going back in this ball game, and that's a big blow for the Cardinals. Got
and
a couple
Ortega's on the sideline.
Up.
Ortega's still on the sideline.
Yes, yeah. So we've got a couple of banged up young men that are some of our better players.
And there's that's to T.J. Martinez, and so they hand off to him, and T.J. is going to get up. What are they going to give him? 1 maybe? No, they're going to give him. They're going to give him none. So T.J. rushes that. 2nd and 10, but the clock is running, and Jowl only has 1 timeout as they've burned 2 of them already. So clock management is a big thing, and maybe the Cardinals feel that they can just kind of move it on the ground and eat that clock.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like to me. And like I said, T.J. Martinez last year and even the year before ran the ball a lot for us, and he's a good one to have running the ball.
And Martinez got it there, and he's up the middle. And T.J. Martinez is going to take that ball 20 yards down to the 30-yard line. And so that's 20 yards for him. That's his two.
Yeah, I am telling you, Martinez in years past was a ball-running machine. And this year, granted, we're only in our second ball game, I haven't seen him run it much because we haven't needed him to. But it looks like right now is the time to use him. And
eat that clock.
Yeah.
Keep the clock running when you're up by 2 scores.
Yeah, Martinez is a horse.
And there's nobody there, and so Pierce comes out there. He looks at pass. He's down there. And, the pass is intercepted. That is what we didn't need. As he's, oh, my God, he's going to run it back. This looks like he's going to go all the way with it. He is to the 40. He is to the 30. And he just ran out of gas as he brings it down to the 25-yard line. So that is a 70-yard return as he intercepts that ball at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, interception there by Zhao and a long, long run back. I believe that was Cardinal that intercepted that ball, and he ran it a long ways back, and I'm not even sure who that was for the Cardinals that
he just ran out of gas. I mean,
yeah.
he just couldn't go any further.
It looked like a defensive lineman, though, that just ran it about 80 yards to make that tackle and chased him down. And so, yeah, you're right. He ran out of gas, and a lineman,
saved a touchdown that he did run out of gas.
Absolutely. Could have been really bad. This just the whole game has just been interesting to me. I mean, we're there. We just picked up a big first down. We've been running the ball, running the clock.
Pierce threw across his body and threw into double coverage.
Yes, and we throw the deep pass into double coverage. And so interesting day of football here. It's now 34-21. We've got a timeout on the field, and so
and that's a Eunice Cardinal timeout.
Yes, I think more than anything, just to give everybody a breather.
Yeah,
I think that's what that timeout was for, not to do anything different, just to let everybody get a breath.
Yeah, with these smaller schools, so many players go both ways, and we don't think about that when you're talking about large 3, 4, 5A schools.
Right.
But in these 2A schools, these kids play both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and it's now 1st and 10, Zhao at about the 23-yard line.
And our standard backfield, so 2 wide here to the right, and I expect him, he's going to throw back. He's going back to pass, and he's going deep there. And the ball is knocked away and out of bounds, so that's an incomplete pass. That was great coverage there. Who's that, number 20 for the Cardinals?
I'm not sure. Is that Chacon?
That's Chacon, yeah. That was him, though. So great coverage there as he breaks up the pass.
That's Gio Chacon with that defensive play. It was a heck of a play. So he was running stride for stride with him and
had great position on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the receiver from Zhao there just almost came down with that ball, even though there was great coverage.
Well, he was out of bounds at that point, but yes. So now they're looking to pass. I mean, there's another pass over the middle, and this time here, it's incomplete. Oh, no, they're going to call that pass interference. Is he calling that pass interference from clear over here?
I think the linesman over here on the Eunice sideline is calling pass interference over on the Zhao side of the field.
He's 20 yards away from the play.
Yeah, he's in an interesting position to call that, but I think that's what he's going to call. Let's see what the call is here. I may have to go get a drink when this thing is over. They're about to make my head spin.
Oh no!
Oh, no, he's calling it on Zhao.
Oh, legal man downfield. So that's good. Wow.
Yeah, I'm.
I mean, if he was calling pass interference from 20 yards away, I was like, "Are you?" Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, the legal man downfield shocked me. But hey, good for us. The loss of downs.
Yeah, I'm.
So 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 here, from what looks like about the 23. 3:30 remaining here in the game.
And now he swings it out there, and he throws behind, and that's going to be 4th down. They're not a passing team, and they're being forced to pass right now, and we're seeing the results of that.
Well, they've thrown some good passes. They've thrown some not so good passes, but
Well, that ball may be getting a little wet now too. If you see the umbrellas out here in
Yeah.
the stands, so
Yeah.
we're starting to pick up a fairly decent rain right now.
we've had rain, we've had
Oh.
dirt. Yeah, you can see the rain flying right now. So I think everybody's getting wet. I'm seeing people pull out umbrellas and people heading
And
for
that
the
ball's
cars.
going to be slick on the field too. So, all right, 4th down. This could be the game here if they cannot convert on this.
Eunice
They're back
needs
to pass
stop.
again, and this time he is flush from the pocket. He is way deep. Just knock it down.
Oh, wow, they caught it. The ball bounced around off about 3 different players. 2 of Eunice players were fighting over an interception. The ball squirts out, and looks like Lujan makes the catch down to the 2-yard line here.
Yeah, when they had him stopped, and then he couldn't. So he's going to pick up. That's going to be a 20-yard pickup.
It's 34-21. Jow has the ball. The clock is ticking inside the 2-yard line.
And they're not signaling touchdown. Nope, they're saying he did not get in. So 2:45. And I think it's again one of those things where the Cardinals should not have been fighting for the
Yeah.
interception and just knocking that ball down.
Yeah,
And we have 2 flags out there, so I think we're gonna have a penalty. I think against the Panthers. Yep, we got a motion penalty against the Panthers. So illegal procedure. And boy, look at the rain coming down.
Man, it is raining hard right now.
So that's another penalty against the Panthers, and that'll move them backwards. They're on the 6-yard line or 6-inch line,
Yeah.
and now this moves them back from the 5. So it's 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line.
That last play, it was 4th down and 10 or whatever. They threw it
4th and
down
10.
there. All Eunice had to do was knock it down, and instead we go up and try to catch it and turn it over.
Yep. Well, let's hope that doesn't come back by him. Boy, look at that rain. And he's got the middle. He's going, but he's getting stopped there. He's going to get maybe to the 3-yard line. And now that's going to be 3rd down and 3. And he's rushing it. So, he keeps running. The clock is running. We're going to be down to 2 minutes here.
Yeah, and fortunately for the Cardinals, there's no 2-minute warning here in high school football.
Nope,
It'll
and they
just
only have
keep-
1 timeout left.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jow just really, they're walking to the line. They don't seem to be in a hurry, and maybe they know something I don't, but it's inside 2 minutes. Jow trails here. They're knocking on the door.
And he's trying to go in, and he is going to get stopped again.
Yeah.
So 4th down. Boy, what a goal line stance here by the Cardinals.
I just don't understand a couple things. You've got Cervantes, who looks to be a complete animal out there. He was open. The pitchman was open, and they don't give it to him.
The Panthers are. They know this is the game. So 4th, they're using their last time out here to stop the clock. Which, even if they score, if they don't convert on the onside kick, they're going to have a heck of a time having enough time left in the game.
Yeah, it's just been an interesting game. It's been
Because we're going to be under 2 minutes. Even if they score, we're going to be under 2 minutes.
Right.
And then how much time you eat up on the kickoff?
Yeah, the rain is coming down. It's pouring. Many people are running for the exits. The ones that aren't running for the exits have either got raincoats or hoods on or umbrellas, and it is pouring.
Poor cheerleaders down here.
Yeah. So luckily we're sitting up here in the booth, fairly dry. We've got a little bit of dirt in my teeth and in my ears from the dirt storm that we had before the rainstorm, but. I guess this is football weather this time of year.
4th down, 4th and 2 for the Panthers here, and this is a make or break play for the Panthers.
Yeah, 4th down on the
2-yard line.
A
minute 41 left.
1:40 to go. Let's see what happens here. I'm guessing the option.
No, and is he going to get in? No, he is stopped. He is stopped. They're down him down, and he is not getting in.
Well, looked like the ref on that side was signaling touchdown. The one on this side was pointing at the ground. So I think the ref on this side's going to win. I say we have an arm wrestling match or a tug of war or something. It's just been one of those days. the guy on that side still arguing. He's saying touchdown. The one on this side saying he's down.
And it was on this. I mean, this guy here is right on top of it. He was the guy from the opposite
side. That guy was the
side.
one signaling touchdown over there. So now I guess they're going to agree that he was down at the 6-inch line. He does not get in. The ball will be turned over to Eunice. The scary thing now for Eunice is Eunice runs everything out of the shotgun, and now they're going to be standing in their own end zone here with 1:30 to go.
You know, I hate to say this, though, but you've got a 13-point lead. Take the safety, kick off. Even if they score, there's not enough time for them to get another touchdown.
Yeah,
I mean, we talk about things. I almost might take the safety here, kick off.
Yeah, because if they fumble it right here, it would be really bad.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't we'll see what Coach Jackson has up his sleeve here for a 1st and 10 from the 99.5-yard line here.
Yep. I would take the ball, run around the end zone, run out of the back of the end zone and take the safety and kick off because they've got to score twice. So even there, a touchdown and field goal doesn't win it.
Yeah.
They need 2 touchdowns.
I would guess they're going to hand it to TJ Martinez. Yep.
And they put the ball on the ground, and they're going to put him back, and he's going to pick up maybe a half a yard.
Yeah.
But the clock is running, and they have no way to stop the clock.
Right. Yeah, what we need, they've got they've got an injured player down, but he gets up.
But in there, with this much time in the game and that, if they have a penalty or a touch or injury.
A runoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they do runoffs in high school football or not. I'm not sure. They sure may. But so here we go. It's 2nd and about 9 3/4 from about the 1-foot line.
And if they can get this out of the end zone, this is going to be the game. 54 seconds left. He gets it out of the end zone, and, boy, they're trying to wrestle the game, and that's going to be the game.
Yeah, he gets all the way out. TJ Martinez ducks his head and gets a first down, it looks like.
Now, I don't think he got the first down. He's still about a yard short, but they aren't going to have to run a play. The clock is going to run out.
Right, so here we go. The clock is running. It's inside 30 seconds here.
Well, maybe they will run a play. I don't. That's going to be the game.
Yeah, there's 15 seconds to go. The clock is running. People are shaking hands. It looks to me like that's going to be the end of it. It was a battle, and I'm glad it was. I really like the battle that we had here tonight. It's a lot better than the last 4 or 5 years where it was 40, 50 points. So it was a good game. Much respect to the Job Panthers. They come in here and give Eunice a run for their money. Eunice is going to win 34-21.
All right, we have a lot of noise in the background. You're listening to KPZA 103.7, HobbsAmerica.com. We're going to be back in 5 minutes with a wrap-up of the game.
Claire. Four minutes. 2 minutes. $30. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to Eunice Cardinal Stadium as the Cardinals defeat the Panthers of Jowl 34-21. Let's take a quick look at the stats here. As the Panthers were 6 of 12 passing today for 42 yards. The big thing there, 249 yards rushing, though, as Cervantes, really ran up the yardage there. Big runs in the second half of 25 and 17 yards to help pace their attack in the second half. It almost got turned around. We had the big interception return, and unfortunately, if he hadn't run out of gas, he would have run that all the way down in, and that would have had a different ending to the game. And if we look at the Eunice Cardinals were 13 for 20, passing for 134 yards and 177 yards rushing for the game. So, a little over 300 yards for the Cardinals tonight. Good passing, 13 of 20 is not bad, 134 yards. Second half, that was quite the turnaround, though, as bringing Pierce in there and Dean receiving, because Pierce completed 3 passes to Dean, and those 3 passes were for a total of 32 yards. So that worked out well. And then we talk about stars of the half. So the first half, the star of the game for the Cardinals had to be Ortega. The second half was T.J. Martinez, and he really made a difference.
Yeah, Martinez came in there at the end and just ran some great plays up the middle, drove the ball, picked up some big first downs, some big yardage. With Tippett being out hurt, they put him back in there in the backfield, and that's where he's been the last couple of seasons. And so, I tell you what, if and fingers crossed, prayers for Mr. Tippett. They're hauling him off right now in a ATV or some sort of UTV, I guess, and he's got his leg up and looks like they're tending to his knee. I hope he's healthy, or hope he gets better. I hope he's able to come back, and if he does, I'm not sure that I wouldn't keep Martinez in the backfield, put Tippett on one side as a receiver, Dean on the other side as a receiver, leave Pierce back there to throw the ball, and now you can go either direction and you keep the defense on their toes. But that'll be a decision for Coach Jackson. He's done a good job. That's why he's the head coach, and I'm sitting up here in the booth talking about people dancing and whatnot. So,
like I said, I would, at that point there, at the end of the game, with so little time left, I would have taken the safety, but as the way it turns out, Martinez gets them out of the hole there, brings it out to the 9-yard line, and does enough that they're able to just run out the clock.
Well, Martinez is a beast. That's all there is to it. And like I said, the last few years, we've had such a strong passing attack, and then when we needed to get a couple yards, that's who we handed it to. And so it does not surprise me at all that he jumped out there and did the things he did there at the end and just ran right over people. So
it had to be, like I said, we have Tippett or Ortega for the star of the first half for the Cardinals, and definitely Martinez the star for the second half. That big run, the touchdown, Without that, we have a different ball game here at the end, and they would have had to play it out a lot differently.
Yep.
Let's see where we go. Tomorrow we got volleyball, and that Dexter's going to be here. Is that a 1 o'clock game, I think, tomorrow?
I believe that's right. We'll have Eunice and Dexter playing volleyball here. My mom and my daughter both had birthdays within the last week or so, and so tomorrow we're having a little birthday celebration for the two of them, and so it's going to be exciting. We're looking forward to that. A shout out to them, Chloe Jones, Diane Jones, birthday celebration tomorrow, and also we got Dexter volleyball. Really neat night today, or tonight. These Jal Panthers historically have had one heck of a football program, and Eunice has been pretty strong the last few years, and so it was neat to see a very competitive game out here. The Jal bleachers over there were absolutely filled with people. It's an interesting deal for me because I graduated high school here. My parents graduated high school here. My kid, graduated high school and go to school here. And but I'm an elected official for the Eunice Jal area, and I can tell you I have some great friends in Jal. I was probably getting more text messages from Jal people than I was from Eunice folks. There's great people down there. This is a great rivalry, but at the end of the day, they're all great people, great kids. And so we were excited to see the game as close as it was and as competitive as it was.
Well, it was a great game. The Eunice Cardinals are off to a 2-0 start, and with the weird thing,
it's going to be an interesting year, and I look forward to seeing how they do this. I'm not real sure how they're going to do it. I've heard different things. I've heard that it's going to be a number 1 versus number 2, depending on the ranking. But then at the same time, I heard somebody else today was telling me, no, that's not the way they're going to do it. They're going to keep playing only teams from Sally Marquez and the NMAA this week speak, and I'm not sure they know yet. And I think it's all going to depend on what's happening, color codes and all that kind of stuff.
Well, granted, I mean, we could get a spike in COVIDs and change the whole dynamics of everything.
Yep.
I mean, you look at today and get off subject a little bit. So in NCAA college basketball, Virginia is out because of COVID. Kansas is out because of COVID. Duke, which was a bubble team, is out, and so they're going to miss the the March
Final
Madness.
Four,
Well, they're going to miss March Madness for the first time since '96.
Yeah.
And COVID dropped them. They'd had a good run, so the COVID is still out there. We can't forget it, and let's hope that we doesn't have an impact on New Mexico high school sports, especially in southeast New Mexico.
I don't know anybody that likes Duke other than Tara Rhodes and that group. Oh, you like Duke? Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure too many people are worried about Duke. I know a lot of Carolina fans, but I don't know too many Duke fans.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Steve Mueller here and Jimmy Jones, as our pleasure to bring you this football game tonight. We'll be back on the air with you about 1:45 tomorrow on the HobbsAmerica.com as we bring you Eunice volleyball as the Lady Cardinals take on Dexter tomorrow. So we hope you all have a good evening. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be